Capoch versus El Matador. Game 1 arena voted in by Twitch chats. So hello and welcome to those watching on the GL YouTube channel as well. And hello to those watching on Twitch here live, of course, on this very fine Wednesday. We've got Capoch in the blue playing as the Malay. And we will analyze his map and analyze what a Civ is good at as well. But first, we're going to go ahead and take a look at El Matador's map on Civ. He's playing as the Turks, and he is the challenger for this week. But we've got to thank Stonejaws for gifting 25 tier 1 subs to the stream here on Twitch. What a way to start off the session. What a way to start off the match. Thank you, Stonejaws, for the 25 gifted subs. And he's also the sponsor of this event, by the way. He's the one that's getting us up and running with Winner Stays On. So absolute legend of a man there. Make sure to get the thank yous in the chat to Stonejaws. Drop him some love, whatever the case may be, because that guy is absolutely ridiculous here. All right, El Matador playing with Turks on Arena. Let's take a look at his map because it's very important to understand where things are placed, resources-wise, and what kind of strategies we can expect from the Turks. First off, for those who don't know, Arena is a very standard map, but let's go ahead and show the map first. So you got stone walls for both players in their little arenas. And you've also got in the center plenty of space. There are no hills on the map. That's one unique thing about Arena. There are no hills absolutely anywhere. And there are 5 relics in the center, along with some, golds and stones to fight for. And what's really important to fight for in the center is the space, because in your arena, you have a decent amount of space, but it runs out fast. Same thing on this side as well for Capoch. The space will run out fast if you get pressured. So fighting for the space in the center will be very, very important. Let's take a look now at El Matador's map with Turks and talk about some potential strategies that he can go for. Turks are of course known for their strong gunpowder and very powerful late game comps. They've got Janissaries that they can go for starting from Castle Age. They've got bomber cannons with extra range, same with bomber towers, and they've also got really tanky Hussars that could be a really nice trash unit. Aside from the Hussar though, they don't have the best trash units in the game. They've also, they've actually got some of the weaker ones, no Elite Skirm and no Pikemen. But with a mix of Hussars and gold units, the Turks usually have a really good late game composition. Definitely better than what the Malay can field. Matador has a lot of his minerals over to this left side. Only one secondary gold is kind of protected at the back. Varies a bit to the front, but should be fine. This area, however, can be, if this is, contested in early Imperial Age, this could be bad. 2 stones and, of course, the main gold. Another secondary gold outside, which is, slightly bad for him. But as far as relic positions, he's got one that's really close, and the other 4 are quite far, but, they're also far from Capoch. Capoch's Civ is Malay. This is a civilization known for their fast uptimes, going from one age to the next very quickly, and that can net them some extra villagers as well. They've got a really solid economy because of this bonus. But aside from that, they don't really have a lot of bonuses. They get cheaper elephants and, decent tech for Arena. They've got Halberdier, they've got Bomber Cannon with Siege Engineers, and they've got some nice monk techs. But it's not really, it's usually like a naval civ for the most part. A lot of its bonuses do not apply, or a couple of its bonuses do not apply on pure land maps. However, the bonuses that they do have are still very strong. Capoch has a lot of his minerals on the front of his base. Take a look at this. All 3 golds within one screen. I can imagine a castle here being absolutely deadly. Also has a main stone there. And a secondary stone is outside as well. So Capoch's map as far as minerals goes is really bad. He's got only space at the back of his map. Nothing else. We'll take a look at what both players go for now. Arena tends to start off pretty slowly. But it ramps up. It ramps up really quickly. This is what I really love about Arena here. Both players will develop, usually going for a fast castle. For those who don't know, a fast castle is simply starting off in the Dark Age, going with a lot of villagers up to Feudal Age, and then instead of making army in Feudal Age, they simply make 2 villagers, make the 2 buildings needed for Castle Age, and then they click up to Castle Age as fast as possible. The reason we see a fast castle on Arena so often is because on Arena, if you want to go for feudal aggression, it's going to be unsuccessful most of the time due to the stone walls. Now, it is possible to go for a tower rush and try to break the walls with villagers, but it's not considered the standard play for Arena. that is considered more like a, off meta strat with the tower rush. But for the most part, feudal aggression just doesn't get anything done because of the stone walls. And so most players decide to go castle age, where you can get siege if you want to make a push, or you can drop a castle, or do all kinds of other, strategies that just bode much better with the stone wall setup that both players have. Either on defense or on offense, of course. By the way, thank you all users for taking for the 6 gifted subs earlier, by the way. Really appreciate that as well. Another legend on the stream here. And we're going to have El Matador clicking up at 26 population. 25 villagers here. And keeping his scout inside his base. Take a look at that. This is a really smart play. For those who don't know why he's doing that. Basically, Capoch's melee, he could up much quicker than Matador. And if Capoch ups faster and Matador's outside with the scout, Matador can lose his scout. So this looks like he's being inefficient. He should be scouting. But he's actually just playing it safe. And he is right. Capoch is up faster. And El Matador will not fall for those cheap parlor tricks. Very nice from him. Now Capoch is developing with melee. The melee builder can always be a little awkward. Because you up really fast, but you're often lacking some resources. Let's see if Capoch can make it work here with the melee. And now Capoch is going to go back out. He also stayed inside just in case Matador was up faster. Both players kind of respecting each other. But now Capoch realizes he's faster. He's going to go back out and scout the map. And honestly, there's no reason not to wait because you have more than enough time to scout the map later on. You don't have to rush it. Alright, Market Blacksmith coming up now for Capoch. This is very good for him. Getting set up there with the 2 buildings. And Matador going to go for a stable. Instead of a Market Blacksmith, he will open with a stable instead. And a market. So stable and market for Matador. A different approach than what we saw Lewis take in that first week. Matador is going for a more standard arena approach here. And you'd love to see it. Stable with Turks getting free light cav. That is a really nice bonus. And I think that's something that, gets you started with a really nice early game. Like, the idea behind light cav on arena is you get to control the map, pick up the relics, and then you can also keep an eye on your opponent by just patrolling his walls, right? That is such a nice advantage to have. Patrolling the walls here, getting all that vision. Once you get the map control, this is why scouts on arena, or in this case light cav, with 1 stable is such a good strat. Capoch, on the other hand, is not going to be contesting the relics at all, it seems like. He's got 3 on gold. And he's actually shown the market and blacksmith, by the way. He made them a bit too far in the front. I think he did that to protect his minerals, but at the same time, Matador could scout that. Take a look. Alright, sorry, I had to sneeze there real quick. But yeah, Capoch is not going to be contesting the... bless you, thank you guys. Capoch is not going to be contesting the relics at all. He's just going to go for a second town center and develop his economy. And like I said, I think Matador could scout the Market Blacksmith if he comes around here. And that is significant because then he knows that Capoch is not going for a stable. Capoch obviously gets up to Castle Age much faster with the melee bonus, but gets himself into trouble. Runs into the wrong neighborhood here. 4 enemy scouts chasing him around town. And they're going to be killing the scouts with relative ease here. But Capoch will get a nice villager advantage. So here's the thing. Matador will get the relics, but Capoch will get a villager advantage. Now, what is better? It is up for a lot of debate, to be honest. Like, you can really debate what's better, relics or economy. I think regardless what you decide is better, both of them have different advantages. Relics secure you a nice late game. And they also make sure that you never run out of gold. But they don't help you that much in the early game. In fact, it is an investment to pick up the relics. You need a monastery, you need monks. It takes a lot of time. You need the light cav. So it slows down your initial economy. But it secures you late game. On the other hand, and did he scout it? Yeah, he did scout it. So now he knows Capoch is not doing a stable, which is really big information. On the other hand, going for economy and no relics means that you're going to have a really nice economy boost, potentially pulling ahead that way with the villager count and resources collected. But if you get to the late game and you're not able to win before the relics become a factor, then you're going to lose because the other player will have 5 relics and a lot of gold. Basically infinite gold at a slow trickle. Now we see a monastery come down for Matador, who's playing a 2 TC setup. Could go for the 3rd TC if he wants it. He can afford it right now. Yeah, it goes to the 3rd TC. So he's going to be behind like 15 or 20 villagers. But he's going to get the relics. Again, it's unclear what's better. But I guess the game plan for Matador will be to try to stall out the game. Like once you get the relics, just try to stall. Trade as much as you can. And then win with gold units in the late game. But this vill difference is huge because Malay naturally get a vill advantage. And on top of that, Capoch didn't go for relics, went for 3 TC right away. So his vill advantage is even bigger. So we're already at 13 extra villas. But this is all standard theory for Arena. Matador knows that he is behind something like 15 villagers. He has a decent amount of experience on Arena. And so he knows exactly what to expect from someone who is not contesting relics and playing as the Malay. Matador is chasing away Capoch's scout as well. Very nice. Making sure that the scout cannot snipe a single monk. And what's funny, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the scout cavalry is actually faster than the light cav. It's very interesting. I don't know why that's the case, but it's very interesting. Same thing like the paladin hits slower than the cavalier, for example. Little things like that in the game are very weird. Wheelbarrow coming in now for El Matador. We're going to continue developing his economy. Wheelbarrow for Capoch at a very similar time. Look at that. Both players very professional. Yeah, the light cavalry's armor is weighing it down. I mean, maybe. You're paying for the armor. You get the benefits and you get the downsides. Oh, the scout's coming in. Can the scout manage a monk snipe? I don't think so. I don't think you should be... Yeah, you shouldn't get anything here. But Capoch is keeping him alive. He wants to, you know, just get as much information as possible here. And just try to buy as much time as possible. And this is what I was talking about. Look at El Matador. He's keeping an eye on both gates from Capoch. And he's going to say, yo, Capoch, if you want to move out, you're going to need to deal with my light cap. And if you want to do anything inside your base, I will spot it. Look at this. Sees the siege workshop coming down. Capoch is up 15 or so vills, and he's actually closing in on Imperial Age. Take a look at how nice that economy is, how smooth it is. Very nice. Capoch slowly, or sorry, Matador slowly picking up the relics. Also picks up handcart here. Capoch is about to click up to Imperial Age. Drop down now a university. That's going to be his second building needed to click up to Imperial Age. Still with that 15 villager advantage. And as far as army, I wonder what he's going to be going for. He's going to drop a barracks at home. No doubt a few spearmen to push back the light cap. Again, this is absolutely mandatory. Imperial Age, it's only a minute 40 for Malay. It's crazy how fast this will come in. I wonder if he's going to go for the forward castle. Remember, no matter what he does, Matador will spot it. This is really important. Goes for the castle at home. Matador will spot this one. So he knows, okay, Capoch is probably up to him. He's making a castle forward. He wants the map again. So Capoch is probably up to him. And Capoch is now going for a second barrack. So he wants to go clearly for Halberdier here. Halberdier is the only thing that makes sense. It wouldn't make sense to go 200 swordsman. I know that might sound weird, you know, Malay. But for those who are like potentially new to the game, having no gold costing 200 swordsman might sound like an appealing thing to go for with Malay. But it's really not that good. until the gold runs out. Because if you run that unit against gold units, you will get absolutely massacred. So the idea here is that Capoch wants a few pikemen to regain the map and to deal with the light cavalry, which is what Matador has in the field. And then after, he might have to transition to something else. This is the situation now. Capoch gave up the relics, but he's got 3 minutes faster imp, and he's got an extra 2,000 resources. So that is what he has to push Matador. Matador, his game plan is simple, but it's hard. He has to defend, but he's got the 5 relics, so he's got a very perfect late game with the Turks. Really cool arena situation. We see this very often. Now it's up to Capoch to make something happen. If Capoch goes AFK and just goes to make himself some breakfast, stays in his base for the next 15 minutes, he will lose. Because Matador will just develop with the Turks, you know, get to late game, get some cannons out, buy himself a lot of time, and the relics will win. So Capoch has to push. He cannot go on vacation. He's got to make something happen. But of course, Capoch is a pro player. He knows exactly what he has to do here. The question is, can he do it? Chemistry coming in, Trebs moving forward. He obviously wants to push. His next unit is going to be crossbowman. So it's going to be arbalest plus halberdier as his main composition. And El Matador. Ooh, El Matador will go for the Cav archers. So not going to mess around with the Hussar. He's going to go for cavalry archers back home. Only 2 ranges so far, but could potentially add a couple more if he wanted to. Ballistics is already in. Turk Cav archers are obviously really strong. 100 HP total on those guys. You can see Capoch kind of preparing the push. And we have a Siege Workshop coming down. Imperial Age is coming in as well. The 5th relic is coming in. Yeah, the 5th relic has now just been dropped off. It was it took Matador quite a long time to get those relics in. But he got him in now, so he's safe. You Hussars, remember, Turks get the tech for free. And there it is. Beautiful gameplay. El Matador showing his ability to really read the game. He knows he's got to defend. He picks up fortified wall to buy himself a little bit more time to beef up his defense here. Because think about it, he only has 1 castle and the 1 layer of walls. So investing into fortified wall is going to be really important for him. Capoch here is taking his time. Nice snipe on that 1 villager, but does cost him a Hussar. Capoch is taking his time. He's got some siege, but he doesn't want to show it right away. I think the reason for that is because Turks will have a couple cannons, so you can't just, you know, jump your trebs in a bit too early. So Capoch doesn't want to push too fast and lose his trebs. He wants to really take his time and make sure that when he does go for the push, it's going to land perfectly flush. It's going to do the right damage that it has to do. And we got fortified wall coming in. Matador is getting more upgrades, really massing up those Cav archers. Still missing bloodlines on those bad boys though. Got to pick up bloodlines and husbandry. Would be funny if he forgets it. That's kind of something that happens often. And here we go. Capoch with 2 cannons, 2 trebs as well, putting pressure on the castle from Matador. And right away we see Sipahi coming out. So Matador is not going to go for any trebs. He's going to try to repair the castle and get Sipahi, but I don't think the castle will survive. He was way too late with that tech. Invested into 1 treb. But the repairs are coming in. He will get the tech. He's really repairing with everything now. So the tech will come through. And I think afterwards, he might just give up the castle. Sipahi, for those who don't know, gives an extra 20 HP to Cav archers. So even though Bloodlines is not in, he's got 70 HP. Still has to make sure to get Bloodlines in, though. Yeah, there we go. Bloodlines and Thumbring coming in. Oh, this is so interesting because the Cav archer is the better unit. For sure, it's better. One-on-one, it's better than the Arbalest. Especially the Turk Cav archer. But with the setup that Capoch has, I'm not sure if Matador can actually push out. That's the interesting thing. But he's got a few cannons. It's going to come down to micro. This is what Matador sees. Some attack rounds could be crucial here. First one launches. Lands a decent one. Capoch goes for the repairs. Thumbring's coming in for Capoch. He's got full map control. He's going to start expanding to the golds in the center. That's why you go for the map. Matador 160 pop, expanding to the outside wherever he can as well. Taking control of that left side stone. Getting some armor on the Cabochers. Look at these guys. 90 HP. A ton of armor, a ton of attack. These guys are really strong. Ooh, what? Matador picks up heavy camo? No, okay, cancel it. Yeah, that was a mistake, right? Surely. We don't need heavy camo here. Not versus Arbalest and Pikemen. That's for sure. And the fortified walls are actually holding quite a bit now. Like, I think Capoch, yeah, he's going to start targeting it. Nice attack grounds. Matador consistently doing pretty well with those bomber cannons. There we go. Picks up heavy cav archer. Only missing one upgrade after heavy cav archer comes in. It's the last armor. That's it. Everything else has come in. The Matador has played it perfectly as far as stalling, as far as buying time. The question is, are the cav archers alone going to be enough? Gets the armor as well now. Has the 5 relics, and they are kind of out in the open though. Capoch can just come in and kill the monastery if he wants to. Cav archers running in. This is so intense. This is so intense because Capoch cannot afford a bad fight. Ooh! Matador takes a big shot right there. 2 cav archers down. Commits to the fight regardless. He's going to be going in deep. There's the castle fire there. He's got to respect that. Or maybe he doesn't. Bomber cannons coming out as well from him. Nice attack round in the center. Ooh, both tribes will die. Huge place from Matador. Sniping some siege. Decides to go back and we'll just remake the gate. This is such a beautiful play because Matador knows. Matador knows. All he has to do is buy time. He's picking up artillery. This is going to give his bomber cannons an extra 2 range. Naturally, Turk bomber cannons have an extra 20 HP as well. Oh my god. Sharpshooter here. Matador with his Turk defense is just proving to be an absolute savage. Now artillery is in. Extra range on the bomber cannons. Very tanky cav archers. This is a perfect Turk composition. I mean, all he's missing, to be fair, is Hussars. And I know I'm the guy to point that out. Hussars are really good. Now we see Karambit warriors coming in. Elite Karambit from Capoch. Wants to get a unit that can snipe the cannons. Surely, that's what he's going to be going for. Oh my god. He's getting sniped from like 2 screens away. 14 range cannons. Super strong. Now, Capoch could get siege engineers. In fact, he already has it. So he's got an extra 1 range. The Matador has an extra 2 range. So it's 14 range cannons versus 13 range cannons. Turk's always getting the upper hand there in the cannon war. And I feel like Arbalest aren't really doing that much against the CA. The CA are super tanky. If anything, I feel like skirmishers might be the better choice. Ooh, good snipe from Capoch. Taking some nice hits with those cannons. But now all of a sudden, Capoch is actually weaker in terms of population. He still has the map control. But remember, those 5 relics have been cooking this entire time. Matador has no vills on gold. His entire gold income is coming from the relics. If Capoch can put together some skirmishers and can continue pushing over the next 2-3 minutes, he could still break Matador before Matador can really survive with those relics. Yeah, Matador is still desperate for gold. Look at him going out here. Try to take some of that. So Capoch is still in this one. He's actually got the score lead, but the longer the game goes, the better and better it becomes for Matador. Matador now has the Hussar transition, which, like I said, was the only thing missing. Only thing he needed to make the composition perfect. Capoch brings out a trebuchet. Matador does have the cannon, or at least 1 cannon nearby. We'll snipe the treb, lose a few units in the meantime. 6 cannons for Capoch. Honestly, this is not bad. Halbertier's coming in as well. 6 cannons is absolutely not bad. Big engagements. Honestly, I think Matador is taking the better trades here. I mean, the trades are pretty even, but even trades favor the guy with the relics. Capoch has lost a lot of his Arbalest mass there. Might have to switch back into skirmishers. Or not back, but switch into skirmishers. Or you just stay on Arbalest and I guess try to, you know, just try to end the game as fast as possible. That also could be an A strat. The cannons are pretty exposed though. If you don't have Halberdier, the Hussar can run in. The Hussar can absolutely run in and snipe those cannons. Crazy first game here. Why I actually kind of like Arena. You see, like the start can be a bit like slow or like boring, but the game is always super exciting in the mid game. It has a lot of fighting because remember, space is super important. You cannot stand idly by, you know. Capoch is fighting to end the game, and Matador is fighting for the space and to try to buy himself a lot of time. Matador with still no gold. It's only the relics. I can't stress how interesting this is. Only the relics for him. Capoch has all the gold on the map. So far, the advantage has been Capoch for the gold. But if you cannot end the game in like 5 to 10 minutes, then the gold advantage will go towards El Matador. Big engagements coming in. Hussar's the tank in the front line. Cav archers behind it. The cannons are the crucial factor here. The cannons must be defended. The cannons are way too expensive and hard to replace. And they're also really important at sniping some of the CA. I know 100 HP CA are strong, but if they eat 5 cannon shots, they will die. Point in case that guy goes down. But Matador is doing really nice work with the CA here, guys. He is taking some nice fights. And Capoch is not running back his cannons. Capoch might actually lose all of his cannons. 3 left only. Also, Capoch went Elite Karambit, but we barely saw. He's now sprinkling them in. We barely saw Karambit. Capoch lost his top territory as well. Matador is all over him right now. Capoch is even taking Matador's gold. There is one unit that I feel like Capoch might have benefited from going for. I think he could have went for elephants. To be honest, melee elephants, that's one unit that can really barge in and make something happen. In fact, I'm kind of surprised he didn't go for elephants. Instead of karambits, maybe. Capoch was this. Come on, the castle's at 10 HP. Come on, cannon, just look towards the castle, you'll kill it. There we go. That'll do it. That'll do it. One shot. Castle goes down. Now, Elite Skirm is coming in for Capoch. Game is still somewhat close, but remember, Matador is in a better position now than he was, 5-10 minutes earlier. But he still has no gold. And Capoch still has a lot of gold. The Karambits are coming in. Oh my god, Capoch is raiding Matador with Karambits. And Matador has not realized this. Capoch is also on his gold. Oh my god, Capoch is still in this one. 200 pop for him. 170 for Matador. What a crazy Karambit raid. Look at them coming in like ants. They're swarming Matador with all the APM in the world. Has not even spotted this. Okay, he's now seen it. He's going to start reacting, garrisoning the town centers. But Capoch is getting some momentum now. 190 pop to 160. Matador is dropping. 4 traps in the corner. Questioning life at the moment because they don't have the map or the space to push out. The monastery is targeted. The monastery has been targeted. If this goes down, Matador has 0 gold income. This is huge. This is huge. This is why a lot of arena players bring the relics towards the back. Because now all 5 relics are exposed. And this is really bad for Matador. Look at Capoch. Capoch slams down a monastery. He's like, I'm trying to take some of those relics. Yo, Capoch is an absolute feed. He's taking Matador's gold. And he's going to start taking his relics. It's like when you offer your friend a fry. And then they start taking all of your fries and then going for the burger. Like, hey, relax. I just offered you a fry. You know what I mean? Taking the gold. Don't take the relics, too. That's way too much. Matador's defending the relics with his life right now. He knows if he loses those, he's probably out of the game. Turk late game without gold is pretty bad. Capoch still taking his time. Mixing in skirms is very interesting, by the way. Gonna help a lot against the CA. Give yourself a non-gold option to take care of those guys. 5 relics up for grabs here in the center. A lot of back and forth. Both players don't want to commit. That's what I'm noticing. Both players don't want to commit because Capoch wants to just take the relics and sit here. He doesn't mind just staying here all day. And Matador can't afford to lose his army. So he wants to commit. He just doesn't know how to. He's going to go around, try to pick up some reinforcements. Play the angle game. That's smart. If you fight on different angles, it could give you a nice, nice engagement potentially. A nice window of opportunity. I like this. Going in and out. This is what he's looking for. He's looking to create some angles. Hussar is running in, but the Arbalest, there's quite a few of them. They're holding their ground for now. Halberdier are kind of out of position, though. And this is what I'm talking about. He created a nice angle. The Sierra coming from on top. The cannon from the bottom. Hussars are tanking in the front lines. Decent amount of Halberdiers here to break the charge of the Hussar. And the Hussar are missing crucial upgrades. Matador slipped up. He's missing Iron Casting, and he's missing Blast Furnace. I cannot believe that those few Karambit raids completely changed the game. Matador is now on 110 population, still getting raided by a few Karambits, completely out of space. As you can see, Capoch is making his way closer and closer towards the heart of Matador's arena. And the 4 relics are still standing there, waiting to be picked up. The monk is looking for them. Monk is going to be going back in. And now Halberdiers. How do you deal with Halberdiers? Just running into your base. You don't have a lot of Cav Archers left. What do we have? 9 Cav Archers? Capoch has more hair in his head than Cav Archers for Matador. Another castle for Capoch. Still taking the relics. Bringing those back. And Matador, his position is just absolutely terrible right now. 88 vills, or 88 pops, sorry. 4 trebs, but can't really use them. Capoch continues to take relics. We talked about it for a long time, guys. The Turk late game without gold is really bad. And El Matador actually didn't have gold, if you think about it. He only had relics. And the relics just didn't generate enough gold for him. And Capoch beautifully took one of Matador's gold. The one that was outside. We talked about that from the start. Take a look at how the map plays such a big role for the game. And GG. And GG, Capoch takes game 1. Really well played. What a crazy game. I thought at some point that El Matador had him. Honestly, GG's in the chat, guys. I thought at some point that Matador had him. That he was going to stall out with the Turk late game. Bombard Cannon, Hussar, Cav Archer. It looked perfect. And then somehow Capoch went for Karambit raids. One hole. It was one hole. Matador just didn't plug it in time. And he got raided. He had no castles to defend his base. No castles, right? Only one out here. As you can see, look how he's expanding. He's got no space. This is the idea with Arena. Space is almost just as important as other resources. And Capoch back home has like infinite space, basically. He's chopping the trees. He gets more space so he can farm very safely. He's got a lot of cool things going for him. And in the end, it's actually Capoch with the relics. Crazy game, very poetic there. Take a look at the stats real quick. Wait, if you can take a look here. First, second, and third most produced units. Very nice stats from Capoch there. APM, we did talk about Matador being very fast. Capoch playing at a reasonable speed as well. And take a look at the KD ratio. I think here, economy is something I'm really interested in. Take a look at this. Capoch had more gold despite the relics. 3.5k gold from the relics from Matador. It's not enough, though. It's not enough. So sorry, the map is of course Arabia, Capoch in blue as the Mayans, and Matador in red as the Mongols. My bad. But yeah, I was just showing the map, standard open land map. Got irregular resources. We'll take a look first at Capoch's map. So he's playing in blue Mayans for him. And well, Mayans are really strong Arabia Civ. Let's take a look at the map. Back gold, back wood, 2 of them in fact. And a nice back and safe berries, which is also really good. Gold on the left side. Actually, all of his golds are somewhat forward, which is kind of bad. 3 golds forward. Same with the stone. One to the right, one to the left, but both of them quite exposed. So Capoch's map is not amazing in terms of his minerals, but he does have nice woodlands and nice berries. So early game, it's looking really good. As the game goes on, he might run into some problems. Remember when I say this, guys, because in the last game on Arena, as I was analyzing the map, I did mention how Matador had a forward gold, and Capoch ended up winning by taking that one. So it really does matter. Over to Matador's map, he's got also a very similar situation. 2 backwoods, which are very nice, but his minerals are forward gold, and the other 2 are quite exposed on left and right. And does have, instead of a backberries, he gets 1 forward and on a hill. So Matador's map is definitely worse. Stone, somewhat safe for the main stone. Secondary stone is way out here, though. We'll see if Matador can equalize the score here. It's going to be a very interesting game 2, because he is going his home map Arabia. One of his best civs, the Mongols. If he can't get the win here, it might play a lot of psychological pressure on him. Capoch is going with a comfort pick. For those who don't know, Capoch with the Mayans is probably one of his most played, because Capoch used to play way back in the day as well, where there were less civilizations. Mayans, of course, were one of the better civs back then. And so Capoch has years and years of Mayans experience. Someone tries to ask me, want a caster challenge? That sounds really interesting. Let me see what you have in mind first, and then I'll decide if I want to commit or not. That sounds very interesting. All right, we're going to be pulling in some deer here. Capoch will just be slowly developing. Goes to the mining camp on gold as the second building. Interesting. So we're going to see some archer play from him, no doubt. And Mongols known for their very fast uptime. Luring deer has become such a strong thing to do in Arabia. Everyone goes for it right now. And there it is. Matador going 18 pop with the loom up to feudal age. It's super fast uptime. Capoch hasn't even thought of clicking yet. He's still bringing in his deer. I guess maybe one more build, then he can go up, maybe. Okay, we have a caster challenge here from Stonejaw. Guess how long it lasts and what age it ends in. 10 subs for guessing the age of the winning player, and 10 subs for being within 3 minutes above or below the game time. Now that is an interesting caster challenge. So if I had to guess who's going to win and what age it's going to be. So this is how I think the game's going to go. Matador's going to pressure early. Capoch is going to defend. And I think Capoch would probably get a faster castle. And will probably punish Matador on his main gold. So I would say the game will probably end around 26 minutes. And the winner will be Capoch. And the age will be Castle Age. Yeah, I would say Castle Age, 26 minutes. And I would go for Capoch. Let's see if I'm right about that. It's a nice little guessing game, nice little prediction game. I mean, it's hard to guess when players will resign, of course, but I think, yeah, that gold looks very punishable. So, the same for the other ones as well. But let's see. Let's see if I can be right on that. Alright, now we're going to have probably a stable approach from Matador. Nice little scout rush. Yeah, stable approach there for him. And Capoch goes for a barracks and probably a range afterwards. Nice little walls from Matador as well. I really like how he's setting up his base. Take a look at this. He went for 2 lumber camps. He's already walling up. Stable's kind of coming around the main gold. He wants to protect that one. He notices it's very far forward. You're going to see he's going to wall around like this to try to keep the main gold safe. A lot of top players do this. Capoch, on the other hand, he went for fully walls at the back, or full walls at the back, and left the gold outside of the walls for now. Because he knows he's going to be up against scouts. Or at least he suspects that. He can't know for sure, but he suspects that, and he's actually right. Capoch hasn't touched his berries. Yeah, he's going to go for them right now. Very interesting. The modern day Arabia build. You can you can delay berries if you're gonna go archers. It's very, very interesting. Couple spears on the field now for Capoch as he continues to wall up. Oh, Matador is already gonna transition to a range right now. Like I said, Matador with the Mongols tends to really start off with the aggression. Take a look at the resources collected. It's not a lot, but Mongols are up 100 resources, which is... it's decently substantial, I would say. Considering the fact as well that Capoch has walled quite a bit, I feel like that's a decent amount of resources to be up. Matador has not invested on a single wall. So you should have a nice little couple minutes of momentum here. At the very least, a couple minutes of momentum. Capoch skipped out on Horse Collar though. That's something that Matador picked up. Now we're going to see a blacksmith come down. The scouts and skirms is a really good composition here. The skirms will be really effective against the archers and the spears, and the scouts will basically deal with any eagles that come out, and they're the ones that are the villager killers. So if he gets his hands on some vills, he can kill them with the scouts. This is why we see a lot of players go scouts into skirms against mesosibs. But Capoch has a fletching advantage, so even if he's playing with archers, he can still fight the skirmishers because he's got the extra tech. Really interesting stuff here from Capoch. The eagle from Capoch will get sniped though. Look at him running away. Look at him running away. He's just turn around and hit. Take the warrior's death. Oh, what? Or just run. Oh, no way he survives, right? Yeah, he's dead. Ah, he should have just fought, man. He got 0 damage in. That eagle was useless. Well, he got some scouting, I guess. Bought himself some time. Fletching now coming in for El Matador. Ooh, looking to put pressure on some of those archers. Fletching is such an important upgrade here. And Matador behind this is continuing to develop. Not switching on to gold. He's still making army. At least he's making a few more skirms. Hasn't invested into too many more scouts though. I think he realizes he's not going to find too much damage. And now we actually have Capoch making eagle warriors to try to counter the skirms. So very interesting game here where Capoch is defending in the early game, has to deal with the scouts initially, and then has to deal with the skirms. So opens up archers to deal with scouts with spears, and then switches into eagle to deal with the skirmishers. Take a look at how one action causes a reaction. It's basically Newton's law in play. Ooh, that spearman. Oh god, he just absolutely got clapped. Okay. And oh wow, Capoch just has to just tower it up. I'm really surprised by this decision. I mean, it's not a bad idea to tower up. Completely a reasonable play. But yeah, he just didn't want to deal with the pressure anymore. He realizes it's a forward gold. I might as well tower. And yeah, that's perfectly fine. Good defense so far from Capoch, but this is good for Matador. He didn't kill any vills, but he forces the tower. And he still has all of his army intact. And Matador's in a decent position still. How can he not kill a single villager? Well, in high-level play, guys, killing villagers in Feudal Age is not easy to do. It's not like it's a guarantee that you're going to kill some vills. And so, it's not surprising that Capoch didn't lose any vills. Skirmishers don't do that much damage. The scouts never hit the vills. So, it's very normal that no vills have died here. But still, Matador did some nice damage. Nonetheless. What if it was Lewis? If this was Lewis, he would have lost. Simple as that. Doesn't matter who was Lewis. If Matador was Lewis, he would have lost. If Capoch was Lewis, he would have lost. Now, if you need proof of this, just watch last week's Winner Stays On. Alright. Eagle's running in. Sorry, ragging on Lewis is kind of part of the stream. It's like kind of my favorite activity. Ooh, Capoch running back to low HP Eagle, trying to heal that guy up. Very, very smart. And Matador's trying to find a way to approach this fight. It's really difficult. The scouts want to hit the eagles, and the scrims want to hit the archers. Faster castlage for Matador. He's translating that pressure that he got into a faster castle, which is absolutely brilliant from him. And he's also taking a really good fight against the archers. Really well done from Matador. And you know what? I'm not sure if Capoch will continue going archers after this. He might switch to eagles. No, he decides to switch into a second range. So doubles down into the archers. Goes to that second range. Wants to put pressure with crossbow. And probably wants to put pressure on the gold. Let me take a look at Capoch's setup. He doesn't know about the main gold. This is why scouting is so important. Because Capoch, he's a really good player, but he doesn't know about the gold being there. And it's really funny, chat. I filmed a video yesterday. I played a game completely off stream, actually. And I basically played a ranked game as if I was playing a tournament. And I got matched against Nikov. And it's going to YouTube today, in 2 hours, actually. And it was a really nice video because I showcased how I'm able to punish someone's map when they have a forward gold. And I think that's something that Capoch could have done if he scouted it. But he just simply didn't scout it, so didn't know that it was a possibility. Remember, my prediction was 26 minutes, plus or minus 3 minutes, and in castlage where Capoch would win. So I am predicting Capoch to win within 8 minutes, you can say. And I'm not so sure if that's going to happen. I think there's still a good chance. But considering Matador is coming with a siege workshop, I'm not sure if that's going to be correct. Doesn't he know about the gold from exclusion? I mean, maybe, but think about it. Like, are you really doing mental gymnastics in your head? Are you really thinking, okay, the gold is not here, it's not here, it has to be here? While the game is going on, I'm not sure many players have that capability to analyze the map like that without just seeing it. Mangonels from Matador coming out. Step Lancer. Step Lancer Mangonel is one of the deadliest combinations you can have in early castle. It is so incredibly strong. Now, Capoch used the market to buy himself some stone and go for a town center. He wants to defend this main gold with his life because, of course, without the main gold, he's absolutely dead. Crossbows from Capoch. Looking pretty decent, but it looks like Matador is actually in a better position here. Coming in with a Mangonel. Honestly, I wish I can change my prediction to Matador here, but I'm locked into Capoch. Alright, Siege Workshop going down for Capoch. And that town center is really exposed, by the way. Really exposed here. Now we're probably going to see a Mangonel coming out for Capoch to defend. So Mangonel crossbow monk to defend. That's pretty decent. Those skirmishers are actually forcing away those villas off that lumber camp, which are super annoying. Capoch, take a fight, man. You got 5 minutes to end the game. My prediction is counting on you. Oh, man. Look at him camping with crossbows and monks. Man. Mangonel's coming out. Okay, let's see. Capoch, I've got faith still. I got faith. I haven't given up. First Mangonel. Lands Flesh. Perfect. Lands Flesh. Look at me turning into a bias caster, actually. Let's see if Capoch can go 0 for 2. No. I mean, it's still a 1 for 0 trade, which is really nice for Capoch. Gets himself some breathing room. Oh. Ooh. Oh my god. Capoch is an absolute savage with Mangonels. Absolute savage. Look at him. That one Mangonel has 2 kills already. Can it go for a third? Not quite. It's 26 minutes. I got 3 minutes. Capoch, 3 minutes to make something happen, like make a miracle happen. Oh, big shots with the Mangonel. The Step Lancers are diving in. Mangonel from Capoch dodges out, hits the house for no reason. Ooh, that fight looks decent for Capoch, but he does lose the Mangonel. And now the Mangonel from Matador is going in. And Capoch decides to split back into it. Has to decide, does he commit to it or not? Decides to go back, plays it safe, dodges that shot. Crazy micro. Manages to snipe it. Very nice from Capoch. Good gameplay here, but Matador looks like he is in a decent position here still. Continues to make more Mangonels. Back home, he's still only on 1 town center though. So Capoch has a 10 villager lead. It's a substantial villager lead right now. First time meeting you on Twitch. Love your YouTube videos. Hello, Cabal. Welcome to the stream, man. It's awesome to see you on my stream. Glad you're enjoying the YouTube videos, my man. And Capoch is being really careful not to move out of his base. Doesn't want to take a bad fight here. That one skirm is being still very annoying. I'm getting secondhand noise from that one skirmisher. If it were me, I'd send my entire army just to send a message to that skirm, but Capoch is keeping a bit of a cooler head here. And looks like the Step Lancers will dive in. Easily snipe that Mangonel. This is why Step Lancers are so strong. That extra range lets them all hit at the same time. One Mangonel down. And now Capoch will continue to camp. And it looks like my time is up, guys. My prediction has failed. I'm a better player than I am a caster, as you can see. If this was me playing, I would definitely win within the time limits, but I can't count on Capoch to do the same. But that's okay. I bet on him before I knew he was a massive pussy and he was going to camp his base with crossbows. My bad. It happens, I guess. I was expecting him to go 4-range crossbow to send everything forward, but I guess not. I guess not. I guess we're camping today, Capoch. I see how it is. It's okay. I'm like 10-0 against him in the ladder recently, so you know what? I missed the prediction. I lose the subs, but Capoch, you're losing the elo points. Just kidding, guys. Anyways, back to topic, guys. Whoa, sorry, I went on a little bit of a tangent there. Oh, how unprofessional this caster is. So sorry about that, guys. Ooh, big shot from Capoch, though. Trying to go for a town center out here. Definitely not looking too hot. A lot of those Step Lancers are weak, but it's still hard to engage them because of the Mangonel. Alright. The town center is very low HP, by the way. 300 HP. Matador might just go ahead and kill it. Capoch has to delete it and plays it safe. Goes for the delete. Okay. Ooh, Matador is building up for a castle drop. 700 stone in the bank. Sending the vills forward. What an interesting play from Matador. 1 TC Step Lancer Siege. Followed up with a castle drop. He is really going for it. He doesn't want to play late game versus Mayans. Doesn't want to give them a chance to get to Arbalest. Trying to end the game very early. Step Lancers diving in for Mangonel, but honestly, oof, that's a good shot. A lot of the Step Lancers did die for those guys, but the shots have been solid for Matador. Really back and forth. Really back and forth. Capoch with more villagers. And Capoch, his army is cheaper, right? With the crossbows. They are cheaper. Oh, you could attack around the castle? No, it's not going to happen. If you time a Mangonel shot really well, you could kill a castle foundation. Nice little 1-for-0 trade there. Go for a second one. Yeah, Capoch gets that one. Yeah. Good Mangonel trades for Capoch. But remember. Oof. Big hit there from the Mangonel. Capoch picks that one up. Remember, Capoch's gold is right here. That castle is basically denying the gold. But it's not up just yet. Capoch is trying to deny it or what? Can he deny this castle? He's going in with the crossbows. Questionable decision. I don't know about that one. All the crossbows have just died. That felt like a bit of a weird decision. Did kill some of the villagers though. But the castle will go up. Capoch will probably have to abandon this gold. Might have to go to the left one over here. It's not GG just yet though, because Capoch is still up 30 villagers, guys. Very substantial number. Can't get the walls up in time. Okay, Stonejaw has informed me. We still have a shot at 10 subs if the winner doesn't hit Imp. Okay. I'm cheering for Matador now. Finish him off, Matador. Finish him off. We still have a chance for 10 subs here. I've switched my allegiance from Capoch. That's all it takes, guys. 10 subs and a change allegiance. That's it. Oh, big Mangonel trade. Now we're cheering for Matador. Good play for Matador there. Getting a nice little snipe. Runs away with the Step Lancers. And did lose one of them though. So every time Matador goes for a snipe, he always loses 1 or 2 units. And this, why when I have 10 subs, they start making like some very conservative moves. This castle is extremely conservative. I don't know if Matador has the time to be this conservative, to be honest. I mean, that castle is going to be nice. It's going to deny this town center, deny the stone, but a bit more forward would take away more space. And remember, we talked about the first game, how space is very important. That castle is extremely safe. And when you're 30 vills behind, I don't know if safe is the right way to go. Okay? And I think Capoch is in a good, he's in a great position right now. It doesn't look like it, but he might even have a chance to deny this castle. Oh my god. Does Capoch know about it? He's gonna find the castle. He might get spooked, but I think he could deny it. It's only 4 vills. He's gonna go for it. Fearless. Fearless is Capoch. Oh. Ooh, dodges out. Dodges that shot as well. Crazy Mangano trades. Crazy Mangano trades. The villas are getting hit. Mangano goes down. Villager standing strong on 1 HP though. And all the villas have been sniped. Okay, I switched back to Capoch. I switched back to Team Capoch. He's absolutely melting the step lancers. He denies the castle and he's pushing back with the crossbows. Matador can actually resign technically in the next few minutes for the 10 subs. It is possible as Capoch is pushing back. Capoch, I never left your side, buddy. I just had a moment of lost hope, but I'm back. I'm back. Just a minor hiccup here. Capoch moving forward with the expos. Matador has forsaken me. He's clicked up to Imperial Age. Capoch, I needed to end the game. Capoch is walking towards the town center. Is it going to be in time? Matador's repairing it or making it with so many vills, though. What a good decision from him. Making it with a ton of vills. Knows the urgency. Smart play from Matador. He's been playing very smart, honestly, all game. I like the plays he's been going for. Oh my god, I'm back to Team Matador. Look at the raids there for Matador. I'm just kidding. But it's funny to see how back and forth this game has been. Matador is getting so many kills onto this gold. And he's up to Imperial Age. Capoch is not imp. Capoch is not imp. He's going to go for a castle there. That castle for Matador just does not go up. Oh my god. I actually think Matador can do this one. But he's got so little economy. 55 villagers. He's got Imperial Age. Imperial Age does give him access to trebuchets. Trebuchets, some of the most powerful units in the game. Powerful long-range siege. I could see Matador make this happen, even with such a little economy. The thing is, Capoch doesn't know how bad Matador's economy is. He might have an idea, but he doesn't know it's literally 50 villager economy. He might think it's a bit more. So when he sees the Imperial Age time, I wouldn't be surprised if Capoch gets spooked and starts making some funky decisions. Let's see, Capoch is almost up to imp himself. Still needs some time though, and it doesn't have like a lot of gold access. Take a look. This is the only gold he has, and my god, is he accessing it. A lot of vills there on that one small gold. Now, in an ideal world, Matador would go Siege Onager, Mangadai, and Hussar. Alright? But I don't think that's going to happen. He's closer to being homeless than to getting that composition, okay? His economy is not there at all. So instead, we're going to see something like Step Lancer plus 1 or 2 trebs, okay? That's what we're going to see. So he's not going to get to the ideal Mongol composition. He's simply not rich enough, all right? It all comes back to money. 3 minutes on the clock for Capoch. He needs to buy 3 minutes. Capoch has more money, but the money is locked behind the bank account. He needs 3 minutes before he can access all the Imperial Age tech that Matador has access to right now. So even though Capoch is richer, he is behind on the clock. Trebuchet is already coming out from Matador. He cleared up a nice little army there with the Step Lancers on the left. Those Step Lancers, though, are not getting stronger at all. Mongols don't get the last armor, so you can get attack upgrades, but they're not going to get upgraded until he can get elite, which he is extremely far from. Trebuchet is coming out now from Matador. Let's see what he can do. Goes for the castle first. Wants to take out this castle and then make his own. I think that's Matador's plan here. Okay, decides to also take out this tower, but I don't know if that's a good idea. That tower is not really hurting you. He loses 2 Step Lances for it. Huh. Don't think that was worth it. I think it lost 3 Step Lancers, actually. Matador with a score lead, but honestly, I feel like Capoch, only 1 minute left. Capoch has way more resources collected. Matador goes for a castle at home. Okay. And wow, what a play from Matador, actually sniping the one plumed archer raid. He's doing well. Like, he's got outposts on the sides as well. He's doing nice job controlling the map here. And now another forward castle from Matador. He's on such a big timer though. And Capoch actually picks up pikemen. Okay. I don't think he needs pikemen, but I guess better safe than sorry. Now, one thing about the mines is that they don't get bombard cannons. So without trebs, it's hard to push back castle. It's either you go for trebuchets, which could be hard if you're getting trebbed down yourself, or you could go for siege ram or like cap ram to push back castles. Those are your two options as Mayans. And Lewis, a nice little message here from the guy who lost last week and who lost 37 games in a row to me. He said that Matador is playing like he's 30 bills ahead. I think that's an interesting idea. Like that castle back here, it's a nice castle if you're up 30 bills or if you're having a nice economy. But that castle lost a lot of momentum, to be honest, for Matador's push. I would like to see it more forward. This castle is something I can get on board with. That castle is not great because obviously this castle from Capoch can treb it from the hill. So in theory, it's not great. But in this case, it is fantastic because he's denying the gold. And remember, it's all about the timer. And now they have the same vill count. And Matador's looping back in, splits around the pikemen, and goes straight for the gold miners. Brilliant, brilliant play from Matador. If Matador is an absolute savage, he sends 10 vills right now and finishes the castle. We're about to test the savagery level of Matador, whether he sends the vills forward or not. Matador has 4 trebs, and the momentum of the fast imp has actually broken Capoch. What an interesting game so far. Capoch goes for a castle on the right hand side, trying to lock down his position still, get some armor as well. Wants to keep his crossbows at the right upgrades here. So no arbalest, but he does have bracer and chemistry. Those crossbows are still really strong. Step Lancer's running in. Looking for Vill kills. Matador still has the trebs cooking here. Capoch has only 1 treb, repairing it with his life. Might need to bring more trebs and get them involved here. Has a treb from the hill. Like I said, this castle wasn't great in the way that it is downhill, but I think it's done its job already. It's denied the gold. Capoch, look at him. No gold. 0 gold in the bank. Oh, Matador wanted to send the vills forward, but Capoch stonewalled the castle. He says the castle will not go up right now. Castle will be stonewalled. Castle goes down here. And Capoch is still repairing that 1 treb. Okay, can we get more trebs on the scene here? That castle goes down. Still 2 trebs. Capoch still repairing. He's got a lot of stone, actually. He could repair for a long time in theory. Capoch is going to go for some nice gate walls. Look at that. I think the viewers are a really big fan of that. Take a look at the gate walls here. Snipes the trebuchet. Capoch is still in this one. What are we witnessing? Capoch is still in this one. Keep the castle up, my brother. Start repairing the castle. Leave the gates alone. That's a side project. Go for the main one. Keep the castle up. The trebs are hitting from hill. Capoch needs to hit these shots. He needs to hit these shots. 2 for 2. Come on, Capoch. Let's see it. 2 for 2. Lands 1. The second one. No freaking way. Capoch holds the castle at 200 HP and walls up the trebs. Let's freaking go. Well played in the chat for Capoch. Show him some love, boys. He's keeping this one intact. He's keeping this one intact. He still has 1 castle to push back. But now, Matador, meanwhile, is ramping up the economy. Matador is ramping up the economy. So even though the castles are dying, he's getting more and more economy as time passes on. And Matador is going to go for light cav here. But I think Capoch, already with the pikemen, should be okay still. Now the trebs that were on the left-hand side, veteran trebs here. Take a look at those guys. Going to be going over on the right side to try to deal with this one last castle. One last castle in Capoch's face. He's taking the gold. He's at 146 pop. He's doing a great job keeping his pop high despite everything. Pop is actually neck and neck. 145 each. Wow, what a crazy game. What a crazy game. But I think Matador is pulling ahead, guys. With all the map control in the world, he's going to be taking all kinds of gold. He's going to be taking all kinds of relics, minerals, everything. And he's going to be putting himself in a really good position. Matador dives back in with the step lancers. Looking to snipe some more villagers here. And that castle goes down. Wait. Matador lost the castle. He might lose those 3 trebs. The Mangonel bought himself some time, but those 3 trebs are running away. Step lancers coming in, but the pikes are there. Capoch can now push back. But now it's kind of Capoch on a timer again, because now Matador has the relics. Look at all those vills. Look at them running away. What is this? Why do we have so many vills here? This is like ridiculous. 50 vills? That's like way too much. We didn't have that many forward, did we? That's ridiculous. Where did they even come from? It's an Exodus. I don't even know why. And Matador's running around with the Step Lancer army. He almost cannot believe the situation. Capoch has pushed this one back. And he is the guy attacking right now. I don't understand what's happening in this game, honestly. Look at my prediction. I predicted a 26-minute victory for Capoch in Castle Age. That's what I predicted. And now we're at 53 minutes. And who knows who's going to win? Like, Capoch is pushing, but now Matador's up 30 vills. But Capoch's army is nice. Getting raided, though, at the back. If you can get the Halberdier tech, I think Capoch is in a really good position. Halberdier is going to be super important, though. And I think Capoch's momentum is unlike what Matador had. Capoch has now 4 trebs, and there are 0 castles. 0 castles for Matador. Only 1 on the right side, but I mean, that might as well be outside the map at this point. We're not even looking at that. Capoch is like a horse with blinders on right now. He only sees straights. He's gonna go straight for the town center. Go for the... Yeah. What is up with Capoch? Like, honestly, Capoch is like... He steals like it's nothing. Like, honestly, if you like Capoch into your house for some drink and... You know, just want to chill a little bit, to watch out for your relics. That's all I'm gonna say. If Capoch goes into your house, he might steal your relics, because he's making the monasteries really quickly, not even hesitating. Halberdier's coming in now as well. It is a good play though. It's 2 free relics. Who doesn't want free money? Skirmish is now coming in. Matador, you got 1700 gold, man. Going skirms? I don't know if that's the right call. Maybe we need to see some gold units, but like, what does Mungo go for here? He's kind of trapped. He can't go for Mangadai. He only has 1 castle. What does he go for? He's been stuck on Lightcalf Step Lancer, which was great for Castle Age, but I mean, it's kind of outdated right now. Halberdier is in now, so Capoch has the perfect counter to Matador's army. The crossbows, yes, crossbows, not arbalest. On the front doing the DPS. The 4 trebs being deployed once again. And Matador is losing town center after town center. And all those farms that he once had are now no longer in play. Unironically, I think Matador has to go like Drill Onager, honestly. I think he has to go Drill Onager and hope to get some nice lucky shots in. But I don't know if he's going to be able to survive until then. He's going to go for some skirms. Skirms are a decent choice as well. I mean, it's not a bad choice. No freaking way. Capoch goes for the Disrespect Town Center. That was where Matador started. That was where Matador started. Capoch says, give me the farms. Give me your starting area. I'm dropping a town center. He took his relics. He took his castles. And now he's taking his town center area. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Matador, delete the farms or else Capoch is going to take those too. Halberdier raiding on the side. Capoch is absolute beast mode. Absolute beast mode. Ridiculous. Matador got absolutely hooked. Crazy game. Halberdiers. Still raiding here. $3,500 in the bank. Matador, use the market or something. We got a lot of money. We can't resign with that much money in the bank. Arbalest now coming in. Capoch is going towards a fully upgraded army. Still missing some upgrades though on his halbs. And the halbraids are still going strong. Matador doesn't really have an answer to that besides the few town centers here. Any win condition from Matador? He's got this one army. It looks like an army you start with in a campaign or something. 4 Mangudai, some step lancers, and light cap. Not the strongest here. It's also very awkward to use. And honestly, at this point, it's going to be hard. Matador is stuck repairing this one castle. He still has a decent amount of villas. Honestly, I think Matador still has a small chance. But Capoch is going forward. Capoch, what do you have in mind here? Getting the villas forward here. Relics, still only 2 for Capoch. Capoch doesn't pick up relics. Capoch waits for his opponent to pick up relics so he can steal them. He doesn't pick up relics on his own, boys. Yeah, Matador gathered 5k more res, but I mean, it's all in the bank anyway. Golden stone. Masonry coming in, holding that castle. It's buying himself some time, but I don't think it's doing too much still. I guess he's left with no choice but to do that. And Capoch's town center is looking hella suspect over there. I don't even know why. I think that was just a power move, to be honest. Like, there's no reason to make that town center aside from just a dominance move. That's all it was, really, in my opinion. Matador here with a decent amount of raids. I mean, he's raiding his own side of the map, but he's killing some villas at least. But it's really Capoch getting the most amount of value here with those halves. Matador is holding this one, though. Let him cook, guys. I'm telling you, he still has some gold in the bank. Can't resign if you got a lot of gold. There's always a chance. That castle is almost down. Matador decides not to hold it up any longer and calls the GG exactly as I predicted. 103 minutes in Imperial Age and Capoch wins. Called it at the start, boys. Very nice game. Let's get the GGs in the chat. Honestly, one of the best games I've seen in a while. And this is what I've been talking about. If you put 2 non-pros up against each other, you get crazy games. It's very messy. Now, imagine if you put 2 pros, like Matador and Capoch, that are not the top pros. So you still get those messy, crazy games, but at a high level. Now, that is super fun for me. That is super fun. And I think this game was honestly really, really solid. Start to finish, I thought at some point Capoch was going to win, then Matador was going to win. I was flip-flopping between them. But in the end, Capoch takes it in 1 hour and 3 minutes. These guys proving to be evenly matched in some capacity. But Capoch he does the little things, like the gate trap here. And beating the castle war. He does the little things slightly better, it seems. And when he's ahead, he knows how to push and end the game. GG, well played to Capoch right there. We'll take a look at the stats there. I'll scroll through them. Again, feel free to pause if you want to take a look and analyze. More res from Matador. Relics didn't really play a huge role this game. Yeah, crazy stuff. Take a look at the society. I mean, Capoch pulled ahead really nicely with more villages here. Then he dropped a lot of villas as Matador hit Imp. But then he stabilized back up and then found the win later on with less villas but more army. Super, super cool. All right, guys. We're going to be hopping into the next game. Also, I've been casting with camera. Wait, I've been casting with camera? I didn't realize that. I'm not supposed to have camera. We're not doing camera. We're doing this. Wow, I just changed. I had camera the whole time. Okay, fine. I'll keep the camera for this time. I didn't know I had it, though. I hope I didn't do anything weird because I didn't know I had cam on. But anyways, we have El Matador playing with the Spanish versus Capoch playing in red as the Japanese. So yeah, you guys got blessed with camera for this week. I was not planning to do camera. I'm not gonna lie. You were cute on cam, sir. Okay, you're not allowed to type stuff like that. That's illegal. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look here. Game number 3. Capoch so far been dominating, but Matador has basically the best Nomad civ. If you guys don't know what Nomad is, basically it's a map where you start with no town center, and you get to choose where you want to drop the TC. In this case, Matador chose to just drop it right here. And Capoch just chose to drop it there, and they just so happen to be next to each other. On the outside, of course, you've got a lot of water. So water on the outside that you want to fight for. And obviously the fish is going to be very helpful in the early game. I saw you smell your fingers after itching bum. That definitely did not happen. Nice try, though. Nice try, man. Nice try, man. All right. I see what you guys are doing. But yeah, let's take a look quickly. You can't take a look at the map, but you can take a look at the situation here. Both very close. Matador has no idea where anything is. Take a look at his scouting. He found no sheep. Capoch, on the other hand, did find at least one sheep here to help him scout and explore the map at least a little bit. To help him find boars and other important things. And the reason why Spanish is so strong on Nomad is simply because of their unique unit, the Conquistador. When you get to Conquistador on Nomad, you feel like an absolute savage. You feel absolutely unstoppable. But Matador is still pretty far from that. Oh, finds a boar. No way. No freaking way Capoch doesn't know about that guy. Capoch, take him! You see him! Capoch, take him! And Capoch is gonna take him! Yes, he is. Matador cannot grab that one because Capoch hasn't. But now Matador might know that, like, Capoch is nearby because that boar just disappeared. Oh, Matador might find out the hard way that Capoch is nearby. This is what Matador sees. He's walking straight into the town center. He's gonna get tagged. Oh, villager survives though. Wow, savage. Matador survives. Can we switch the colors? Oh yeah, it was weird. Capoch was in blue, right? Yeah, sorry about that. Capoch blue, Matador red. Yeah, we're gonna stick with that. I don't know why they changed. There should be a rule that you keep the same color. But yeah, we'll fix that up on our side. Thank you for the colors. Yeah, I knew something was weird. My bad. I knew something was weird. I couldn't place my finger on it, but yeah, colors are different. Capoch blue, Matador red. For those who are just listening, that's what's happening right now. And honestly, Matador is going for a decent start. I mean, he's got like the left side fishing up a little bit. He's got some deer. I say decent though. He doesn't have a single boar, so it's actually a subpar start on Nomad. But it's like the same thing on Capoch's side. He got one boar and that's it. Does see another one though, which is nice. And he is fishing with Japanese, so he's definitely the better start out of the two. One thing that's worth noting as well, Matador had to pick up Loom, whereas Capoch didn't need to. I love just listening. It's like AoE radio. I do the same, actually. I do the same. Sometimes on a weekend when there's a big tournament, I actually just put the stream on and I just listen. I put it on loud and I just listen while doing housework or doing other things. And I just like, you know, look up when there's a nice moment and that's it. Sometimes I put it on the TV, for example. I look up when there's a nice moment and I just listen all day. Alright, Capoch bringing in that second boar. And, oh, looks like Matador did find a boar himself now, which is nice. It's nice to see him get a boar. He does see the other one as well, so can go for 2 boars potentially. And I will be honest, guys. Like, if Spanish don't get to a castle and go conks, they're not the craziest civ. They're a bit of a one-trick pony in terms of, like, they have to get to their conquistador. It's very strong if they do, but they have to get there, or else it's not great. So it's kind of like it's kind of a civ that relies heavily on their unique unit, at least in Nomad. That being said, though, Matador has a really nice back stone here, so getting to unique unit might be very doable. Capoch might decide to put pressure in feudal though. Like, obviously Capoch knows that Spanish is just such a strong civ in Castle Age, so he might put a lot of pressure in feudal. Maybe some forward archers, maybe skirm spear, something like that. Also, Capoch can fight on the water if he wants to. And Capoch clicks up the feudal. So this is a fast feudal from Capoch. Not going to go towards Castle Age. At least not right away. The dream scenario for Matador? Dream scenario. Gets the stone, gets the Castle Age, and then drops the castle in the center. Right between both of them. That's a dream scenario. I just don't think that's gonna happen though. Like, Capoch is already up to feudal age. Matador is yet to click. He is bringing in another boar though, which is nice. Oh, why are ads so long now? That's my fault, guys. For those who don't know, Twitch forces us to run ads. I have to run them in between games, but I always forget. I'll try to do that for you guys, but I just always forget. This is my bad. The ads come in game, and the only remedy is to subscribe or to get gifted. Sorry about that, boys. Matador up to feudal age. Capoch hits in 10 seconds. What is he gonna go for though? Capoch, okay, he's just gonna go for water. 2-dock play on the water, which is very nice. Stonejaw is gifting us up to the guy complaining about ads. Love to see it. Thank you, Stonejaw. There we go. Complain to win, boys. And now Capoch is moving over to the left-hand side here. Looking for a tower. So he wants to go tower plus water. Which is pretty smart. Because if you go water, you get to take out Matador's fish early. Deny him from getting to a nice, economy setup. And maybe disrupt his fast castle. Which I think Matador was going to go for a fast castle. But I don't know if he's going to be able to make it there at this point. He's missing 200 food. It still should be possible if you go market blacksmith. But Capoch is really putting the pressure. It's going to be hard to justify a fast castle. Hold on. Hold on. We have some action here. Capoch going brute force. Just villagers straight in there looking to fight. Capoch absolutely head first diving into Matador's base. Drops a tower as well. What's really interesting is I spoke to Dowd about this. The history of Age of Empires. We have a video coming out on YouTube about that soon. Capoch started out his career being a very aggressive player. Back then, you had either aggressive players or defensive players. Nothing in between. And Capoch was an aggressive player, always going forward, always tower rushing, always doing some crazy stuff. And to this day, he still has that dog in him. He still goes forward when he needs to. And he still puts a ton of pressure when he needs to. Capoch is putting pressure on the water, sniping some of Matador's fish. Matador forced to respond with his own water units, some fire galleys. And now Capoch has made his way around to the stone, looking to tower rush. The stone has a few spears to defend, and Matador might have to counter tower here. He's trying to go up to Castle Age, but he doesn't have his buildings yet. Missing both buildings. Thank you, Stonejaws, for another gifted sub here. Absolute legend, man. Appreciate it. And Matador goes for a defensive tower here as well. Very nice. Trying to secure the stone. Very important for him to secure the stone. Of course, he is playing towards Conquistadors. Hello there. I'm new here, new to AW2. Played as a kid, but recently got back into it. Watched a lot of your YouTube videos. They're very helpful. Saekhan, my man, welcome to the stream. I love hearing messages like this. It really brightens up my day. Thank you so much, and seriously, welcome to the stream. And I hope you're gonna enjoy it here, like you enjoyed the YouTube videos. All right, some tower rush action going on here. Some tower wars. Not much has happened on the water, by the way. Like, Capoch went for some nice action on water, but Matador neutralized it pretty quickly. So no one has really won the water yet. And it looks like Capoch will win the tower fights, but like Matador can't just let it go. He's gonna continue trying. Like, what's stopping Matador from just standing like 5 more builds and just sniping the tower though? It's not walled in. There's no army from Capoch. I think he could win this area if he wants to. On the water, they're gonna be clashing here. Capoch has more. But actually there is one in the dock that will come out, and now Matador has more until Capoch comes in with one more. So actually a super even fight on the water. Both players with a few fire galleys here. It's gonna come down to some micro, which Matador has been doing a better job of so far. Capoch with some aggression here, man. Honestly, the towers are kind of catching up. He pushed Matador off the stone. And now it's like Spanish with no towns, with no castle. It's like you're not even castle. It just is so weird. So many vills queued up. Matador needs to get up to castlage. Maybe a market. Just force your way up. He's buying another 100 stone, makes another tower. I think he's just confused on what to go for. Goes for a barracks now as well. Very interesting. Another big swarm coming in for Capoch. There's a demo here, though. That demo's looking for business. Doesn't find any, though. It's actually a pretty bad demo. Now we have a pause. Crazy game so far. I think Capoch is in a better position, though. You know what? Matador made a huge mistake, I think. Like, he went for a mix of strategies. He wanted to go fast castle and then adapted away from it. But all those resources that he has in the bank, he's just floating them. They're not doing anything. So he has 1,000 resources doing literally nothing. Meanwhile, Capoch, he's spending most of his resources onto army. And he's trading against Matador consistently with that army. Hera, your educational content has uplifted the game, the entire player base and game. Seeing that now even 1,000 ELO players quick wall and do proper build orders, I am inspired to never play ranked because there's no chance for me. I don't think you should be inspired to never play ranked. It's yes, 1,000 ELOs are better, but with the information that's out there, you can definitely play ranked and climb on your own. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can easily play campaigns or other things that are a bit more chill versus AI. No problem about that whatsoever. Look at the resources. I mean, Matador has to get up the castle age. Market is... You needed a market yesterday here. We got 700 gold. And he's just setting everything. He is setting everything. Matador has lost his mind, but I think in a good way. It's a good way. It's like a... Like, we'll call him a genius, you know? Alright. You know, when they say like a genius is like a crazy guy who gets it right. Like either you're a madman if you get things wrong, or you're a genius if it turns out that it's right. But I've heard somewhere that like it's a fine line between them, you know? Not a lot separates a madman from a genius sometimes. But yeah, there it is. Matador lost his mind in all the good ways. Clears up the tower and gets back into stone. Now he just needs to find a way to get towards like a castle age. He does have his market already. He has the market. Sorry, I was saying he needs a market, but he's been using the market. He just needs to use the market some more, get the second building, which is a blacksmith, to click up the castle age. And once he gets that, he'll be more than fine. Yeah, sorry, he had the market like 5 minutes ago. That's my bad. I even saw him using the market, so that's definitely my bad. But he needs to use the market to click up. Very important. Okay, Matador's up the castle. He finally got the blacksmith down. And he's up to castle age. But I mean, his economy is an absolute mess. That being said, I still think he can win, honestly. If you can get the castle age, make a castle like right here. I know it looks weird, but I think you can do it with like all your villas. I think he can actually win. Capoch is not up to castle age, and he's still kind of far from it. Okay, this game is super interesting. On the water, it looks like Capoch has finally won. It doesn't look like Matador is still contesting this one. So far, Capoch has had a great game. But everything can change depending on the castle for Matador. So let's give him some time. Let him cook, as we say. And if he can drop a nasty castle somewhere right here, kills the tower, kills the town center, pushes Capoch back, and then go conquistadors, he has a chance to win. But the castle needs to be absolutely killer. If you make a castle at home, I think it's not good enough. Alright, Capoch with a few archers here, still harassing Matador. Obviously, like Matador's been getting like harassed like crazy, basically. Getting annoyed heavily from Capoch's towers and aggression. Now one more tower pushes Matador completely off stone here, no doubt. Look at the economy. I mean, it's 33 vills, all of them weak, all of them on gold. This is a disaster, but he still has a chance. He still has a chance. Yeah, that is a tower right there hidden. You could delete the house and batter it down. Okay, he's gonna go for the castle. Okay, everybody stay quiet. He's sending all the vills. This is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about. But Capoch is ready with 3 archers. Is he gonna go for the castle? You can't hesitate. You have to commit. How are you hesitating here? We have no option. Decides to go back. What? Commit. There's no way we hesitated there. Now what? Now what do we do? He deletes the house, goes for the castle at home. Oh man. This is so crazy. This is so crazy. Capoch goes for a tower. There's no way that tower is gonna stop it. Yeah, Capoch is just gonna abandon. There's like literally 30 vills making this castle. Look how fast it's going up. That was the fastest I've seen a castle go up. Holy moly. That's a Spanish castle, 30 vills on it. Capoch didn't even have a second to think about that. Why didn't we just do that here? It went up in 2 seconds. Just make it here. All right. Nonetheless, though, Ponks are coming out. Siege Workshop is here. It's here. I'm telling you, Capoch can lose. I'm telling you. Matador's economy is still really messy, though. Capoch's Tower Rush still getting so much value. I mean, the economy is really not looking good here. But we can make a few conks. Maybe 1 or 2 mangonels as well. Capoch is mining a lot of stone somewhere. Where's he mining stone? Am I blind or can I not see this? Okay, he's just mining stone in the front, so he doesn't have a safe stone. Okay. Why not build the castle on enemy TC? Makes 0 sense why he went back. I'm not sure either. I think you could have just made it here. Killing the town center is really important with the forward castle. It's like super important. Because now he's going to be waiting for siege to kill the castle, whereas before he could have just done it simply with the castle. I guess he kind of panicked. He kind of panicked. I mean, it happens to us all, right? The panic does hit hard. It's easier for us watching. I'm sitting back. Oh, why didn't Matador do this? Why didn't he do this? He should have done this. But it's easier said than done. Gotta remember that. Watching is always easier. Few conks on the field here. Thing is that town center is still defending a lot of Capoch's area. And Capoch also has a second town center trying to survive here with crossbows. Just has to buy time. Casting challenge. Is Matador dead? 25 subs if you're correct. If I had to guess 100%, I would say Matador is dead. Matador is toast. That's my guess. He still has a small chance, but my official prediction stone drop for the 25 subs is Matador dead. He is dead. Yes. Matador dead. The reason is Capoch has a really nice setup with crossbows. And we know from the last few games, Capoch resembles, let's say, I don't want to use any profanities. Capoch tends to be quite skittish, all right? He is very afraid of things. And he tends to play very conservatively with archers. You guys know the word I'm trying to hint at here. So with that in mind, if Capoch can play with that same amount of caution like he did in the last game where he was being a massive pussy, if he can just stay right here with the crossbows and be safe, he will be fine. That is what I'm hoping for Capoch here. But it's tough. It's tough. There is a big push coming up. There's a big push coming up. By the way, I'm so sorry. Like, this is going to the GL YouTube channel. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say words like that. Stonejosh just gifted 25 subs. He just absolutely just dropped 25 subs like that. Maybe I made him laugh or something. Thank you so much, Stonejosh, for 25 gifted subs. Yeah, GL, if I'm not allowed to say words like that, just censor it, okay, please? And I will stop for the future, okay? My bad. Just bleep it out, it'll be fine. Okay, we'll bleep it up. Post edit. Kicked out of GL. I mean, honestly, I am a little bit of a brand risk. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why they ever agreed to put this on the channel. My casting gets a bit rowdy. The funny thing is, I actually usually don't swear, but there's a few words I don't mind using, so they tend to come out. But I stay away from the F word, to be fair. I do stay away from certain words, to be fair. So that is, you know, somewhat reasonable on my end. All right, in comes. Oh, the hell! That one didn't even look. Oh my God! Capoch gets a 2 for 0. Matador's out of steam. I get it. You want the gold, Matador. I get it, brother. You got a lot of vills on that one gold pile. He can't take anything else. This is such beautiful gameplay from Capoch. He has choked out the Spanish here. Matador has literally nothing to do. He gets the conks, which is the strong point of Spanish, and he can't do anything with it. Insane gameplay. He can't even take a single tree without losing a couple bills. Take a look at this. Take a look at this master class from Capoch on Nomad. He's dominated the water. He's tower rushed all of Matador's base, and he's successfully defended against conquistadors here. And now Matador just has nothing. 36 pop. He can't even take resources. He can't even take resources. He's gonna go for a mining camp on the gold. All right. And listen, I'm not one to label people, but Matador is a bit of a gold digger. 25 on gold, 1 on food. Oh my god. Who needs sustenance? It's all about getting the gold watch. Come on, Matador, take that gold. God bless the market, I guess, at this point. 3 mangonels from Capoch coming in. Matador does see this one. Crossbows on both sides. The vills are already weak. Have mercy. The vills are weak. Oh my god, they're dropping like flies. Matador's at 19 vills. No freaking way. How much more pain can one man take? Repairing the mangonel. Hey, watch out with the repairs. We don't have that much in the bank. Don't spend it all in one place, Matador. What elo these players? Matador is 2,400. Capoch is 2,500. These are easily top 50 players here. Maybe even top 30. Oh my god. Conks going down. Capoch is up 3-0. Let's get the GG's well played in the chat here. Absolutely amazing game. Spanish are #1 on Nomad. Like, I know it didn't look like it in this game, but I swear Capoch dismantled the Spanish like it was his job to do so. I mean, this was ridiculous. This was so good from Capoch. He did exactly what he had to do. A tower rush with water fights at the same time. Then he went all the way around to deny the stone. Then he switched into archers as the castle was coming up. Or in feudal age to put more pressure. Went for crossbows and ballistics once the conks hit the field. And then went for a siege defense with 2 TC. And then expanded outwards afterwards. Crazy game from Capoch. Final population is 18 for Matador and 106 for Capoch. Really well played. And honestly, it showed a lot more balls in the end of that game as well. He's definitely making plays with the crossbows. Really well played from him. Take a look at the stats real quick, actually, before we end off. Like, actually, the thing is, like, we only got 10 conks. It's, like, really not that much. 10 conks and 3 mangonels. That was our army at 37 minutes. Capoch had a lot more, of course, throughout the game. And maybe them spawning right next to each other favored Capoch at the end. It's tough to say. I feel like Matador made some crucial mistakes, though. And, I mean, that's brutal. Resources collected is nuts. I mean, Matador did get more gold. Yeah, we saw that. Don't worry. We saw the gold being taken. We have El Matador. First of all, the map is cliff-bound. We're going to have to take a look at this one.
Yes.
I'm like the streamer who swears the least, actually. Did you pick Armenians? Wait, there's some BM from Capoch. He's like, wait, did you really mean to pick Armenians here? Let's take a look at the map. This is cliff-bound. Very interesting map. So basically, there's a lot of cracked terrain, which makes it so buildings take 20% more damage if they're on cracked terrain. And in the back, there's some scattered woodlands. These trees have 150 wood each. But the middle is wide open. No trees. No trees. A lot of golden stone and some deer to play for. And, of course, 5 relics. So it's like a mix of, like, Socotra and Arabia, something like that. Maybe Socotra and Serengeti. A little mix between those two. All right. Armenians for El Matador, by the way. He's playing in red. And Capoch in blue as the Italians. So the map, cliff-bound. You know, quite a nice one. It's the new map, so let's see what players go for. Matador with the Armenians. Both these civs are actually water civs, but there's no water on this map. On the outside, there's nothing but just cliffs, by the way. Hence the name Cliff-bound. But yeah, we'll see what they're going to go for. I think Armenians can go for some sort of like monk rush potentially in the Castle Age. Warrior priests are, of course, on the cards for Armenians. Other than that, they have a pretty reasonable economy. And they have mule carts, which are very good for woodlands looking like this. The mule carts can be extremely efficient for those guys. Italians, on the other hand, for Capoch, I don't think are the best civ ever on this map. They don't really have any specific bonus. They're just a generically decent civilization. So I guess Capoch just went for it. Remember, he has the draft disadvantage. So if you see Capoch with a weaker civ, it's probably just because the draft didn't work out. GL grab West Bay. Thanks to the Prime sub for 6 months. That is the guy helping me in GL with the graphics. Thank you for the sub as well. Nice. Look at GL. They support their players. They subscribe to their players. Watch the GL YouTube channel today, guys. The GL guys are supporting their streamers. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Timon, for the support. Anyone some advice how to learn AV2 fast as a top 100 AV4 player? Yes, watch my YouTube videos, watch my guides, watch me play and try to copy me. And if you need extra help, use my Patreon build builders or Twitch sub build builders. This is going to help a lot. That's like the 3-step process to improving. It's all about me. I know it's all about me, but the thing is, my obsession with gifted subs, it makes me dislikable, but at the same time, you know, I can't stop it, right? So that is what we're dealing with here, guys. The chatter made it well known earlier. Thank you. I'm struggling with the basics. Start slow, man. Start slow. Learn the different units, learn the different upgrades, learn what they do, and then after it should be good. No, it doesn't. Don't listen to haters. Oh, I'm totally chilling, but it's fine. It was such a funny message, actually. I was surprised he said it. Guys, I have a pretty thick skin, to be honest. Like, I really don't mind. You can say almost anything, and I'm not gonna like it half the time. Like, I'm gonna dislike it if it's a nasty message, but I don't think it's gonna affect me at all. Like, it's whatever. Especially when it's written so funnily like that one. But yeah, Capoch just throwing in some deers, just developing here a little bit. Nice mustache, thank you. And so is El Matador. Both players loving the deers. Sorry, dog in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Not my dog, he's just outside. Might even be MBL, who knows. Buster Buck, thanks to the Prime sub, welcome. Hera, what do you do if you don't have motivation for AV2, but you need to practice for a tournament? I build motivation. No motivation, you rely on discipline. That's it. If you have motivation, life is great. If you don't have motivation, you rely on your discipline. You practice anyways. No such thing. You're lacking motivation, so you don't do anything. You're lacking motivation? Do it anyways. And shut up and do it. That's it. You're blessed for the job? Do the job. Simple as that. No excuses. If you fail, it's your fault. Try your best. If you fail, but you try your best, you didn't fail. That's it. Try your best, and if you lose, there's no failing. You still did well. That's how it works, guys. That's it. Imagine me, blessed with a job, doing exactly what he wants for a living. And then I say, I don't have motivation to practice for a tournament. I don't have motivation. I'm burnt out. It could happen for sure. Could definitely happen. You do it anyways. Who cares? You're blessed with the work. You gotta do it. That's it. There are a few people that are begging for an opportunity. Can't be spoiled about it. Barracks coming up for Capoch. And we're kind of just chilling here, reading some comments. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, coming down to Twitch, check us out and, you know, just hang out with us. Because in the Dark Age, sometimes it's nice to read some comments out and spark up some discussion. And, you know, both players just going up to Feudal Age. Around similar times, by the way. Matador. Oh, Capoch just skipped Loom. He went for a classic Loom skip here. I like that one a lot, actually. But otherwise, very similar uptimes. Both players going for a Barracks. I'm going to see a range opening for Capoch. And he's also on gold. So it's going to be archers. But it's a very interesting archer build because he's still learning in deer. So I think what he wants to do is go up to Castle Age fast. Matador is getting a little cheeky, though. Oh my god. He's getting very cheeky. Stealing the sheep from under the town center. This is something that has been popularized recently. I don't know who popularized it, but if I ever find him, I'm going to slap him across the face. That's all I'm going to say. Alright? Don't mean to incite violence, but whoever popularized this has absolutely been asking for it, guys. Absolutely. Matador gets... Oh, one more! Don't get greedy, though. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. But, yeah, oh my god. He did kill a couple sheep there. That's not too bad. Trade some scout HP. I'm not sure if that was worth it, though, because Capoch has so much food. It should be fine. For those who didn't get the joke, of course, I popularized that in a recent tournament. And the reason is, the TC idle time, sorry, the TC accuracy is very not good. They're like stormtroopers. They don't hit anything, so chances are you can get away with sniping the sheep under the TC. But in this case, I don't think it was worth it. He killed 2 sheep and lost half his HP. Matador is going to open Spear Skirm though. That's a really good strat against Archer opening for Capoch. And I think Capoch should be fine on defense. But it could be tricky. Capoch finds the Vil here. Matador is solid at quick walling, but I think even he can't manage this one. Yeah, Vil goes down. Capoch draws first blood. As you can see, EQKD there. The Matador's not happy about that. He's going to be going back in. Oh, looking for a gate trap. No freaking way. Gets the trap down and survives with the Vil. But the gate will go down eventually. It is very weak. Skirm Spear is a nice opening to counter the Archer opening. But as you can see, Matador was just not able to make enough happen here. And Capoch has fully walled up towards the town center here. And oh my god, is this not all users were taken gifting 20 subscribers to the stream? Thank you all users for the 20 gift subs, man. I really appreciate it. Fueling my obsession with gift subs. Fueling it. Keep it coming, guys. With the gift subs, I feel myself getting hottier and hottier over here with those gift subs. Just straight, the addiction straight to the veins here. Appreciate it. For my favorite money 30 streamer or money thirsty streamer, I think you meant to say. Look at all users getting it on the memes here as well. I really appreciate it, man. Of course. Great job from Capoch here to, just kind of chillax with the archers and try to defend a little bit more than usual. Obviously, normally you have archers to try to put pressure, but if there's scrims on the field, you can kind of stay a bit further back here. And I think Capoch could go for a stable transition if he wants to counter the scrims as well. Or he could make his way towards Castle Age. Matador goes up with a market as well. So with the market, he could consider going up to the Castle Age pretty early, especially if he sells the stone. And remember, this is match point. If Capoch wins this one, he is absolutely through. 4-0 clean sweep. So Matador needs to win this one to stay alive in the set. And it's looking okay, to be honest. I think he's had a really reasonable start. Lost only 1 Vil. It's not the not the biggest of deals. And Capoch is switching to a few scrims himself, but I'm not sure if that's the right call. Switching to scrims always feels a bit weird when you're up against scrims already and you have archers. I feel like staying on archers might be better, and just getting a faster castle time can be pretty decent. Does the draft get harder if you continue to stay on? Yes. The draft gets harder. We have basically 5 levels of difficulty for the draft. And every week there's going to be a new draft, by the way. I think that's the best part about the Winner Stays On. How the draft is hard for the champion and really forces them to prove themselves. Like Capoch, if he wins this one 4-0, he has proven that he is a better player than Matador, and he earned his spot in the Winner Stays On. And I like that. I like that aspect a lot. What I don't want is someone coming in, he's a stronger player, and then he just beats everyone, and that's it. No competition. The competition will be there, and the draft will make sure of it. Matador still in this one, though, guys. Don't lose faith on Matador. He's up to Castle Age here. He can easily win this game. And in fact, I think he's in a better position right now. And his civilization, I think, lends itself better to Castle Age on this map. He has a few hundred extra resources collected already, for example. Scrim on scrim action here. Capoch looking to click up the Castle Age as well. He has the archers, but he's not using the archers. He still wants to use them in Castle Age. So he made all of those skirmishers just to push this back. I feel like then in that case a stable would have been better. Goes to the second range. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So 2 ranges here for Capoch. Now we see a stable from Matador. So he's going maybe Knight Skirm versus Archer plus Siege. Or maybe Archer Skirm. Like, so that Capoch is making a mix of Skirms and Archers. So he might go for Elite Skirm and Crossbow. Did Matador just kill a deer? Respect. I think he did. Two monasteries. Yep, Matador's gonna go for a monk rush. I warned you guys about this. I told you guys our minions are really strong with the monks. So 2 monastery monk rush can be really strong for Matador here. Taking all the relics, for example. Starting a nice monk siege push onto Capoch's base. It's very hard to defend. Now, Capoch is up 15 pop, mostly in military. So I think he's in a solid position himself. Our minions, of course, get a free relic upon making a church. And what's funny is that those 2 fortified churches are going to provide a lot of defense as well. Like, this gold is very well protected now. So those churches are quite nice. Now we obviously see another siege workshop forward. Botch goes for Elite Skirm and Bodkin. Sneaking the crossbows on this side, though. Probably wants to get a nice counterattack. Oh my god! Capoch is going to be hitting this wall on the side with his crossbows. He's going all the way on the right side to try to find some damage. Crossbows coming in. He's just waiting. Does Matador get suspicious here? Matador does get suspicious. He sends a scout here. Capoch runs away. Now he sees the crossbows. And Capoch should kill that scout. Meanwhile, in the front, some Elite Skirm micro has to be strong. Yeah, that monk will die for sure. Now the crossbows are in. How do you stop this? How do you stop the crossbows? You gotta send the siege back. And if you send the siege back, I think Capoch would be more than happy with it. Like, already, this is a really good play from Capoch. Because he's forcing the siege works, the Mangonel back. Oh my god, 2 bills down. Even if he loses the army, he's still got a lot of damage. The skirms from the left side as well, putting pressure on those villas trying to escape. Capoch's micro has been so good all series. You've seen a micro crossbow versus Mangonel. Now we have Elite Skirm from Matador as well. But the Elite Skirm from Capoch are sneaking in. Capoch is yet to lose a single crossbow. Believe it or not. A single crossbow. Monk goes down there. Skirmishers are doing so much work on both sides. I think Matador is getting overwhelmed by Capoch's ingenuity here. Dodges the attack round. Air ball, in fact. No way Capoch is just slick with it. No way Capoch is just slick with it. Wow. Wow. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. He lost 1 crossbow and killed a Mangonel while putting pressure in 2 other spots. How many hands does this guy have? He's playing so freaking well right now. And behind it, he's even saving up for a fast imp. Wow, that's a good strat. A fast imp transition can be ridiculously good. Crossbows will be sacrificed, but he's gonna get some nice villager kills at least. Before going down, 1 more? Yep. 1 more. Insane. Warrior Priest coming out now. Matador picks up armor on them. But the Warrior Priests are not the best in combat, I realized. They're like okay. They needed a lot of upgrades. Yeah, Capoch is going to go into stone. It's very clear he wants to drop a castle and go up to imp. But for the time being, he's going redemption. Redemption monks is so interesting. Okay. Redemption, I mean, it will counter the Mangonels, and it will allow him to convert the siege workshop. Great play from Capoch so far, though, honestly. Capoch finds himself 10 vills up without adding a TC, so he just killed a lot of... He killed 8 vills, so that's pretty substantial. Capoch moving in on the left side as well. Has to be careful. His micro's been super solid, honestly. His micro's been super solid. Oh, oh, oh. Dodges. Oh my god. He is dodging everything. He hasn't taken a single shot. I jinxed him. My bad, bro. I jinxed you. My bad. That was me. That was me. That was me. That wasn't Capoch. That was actually my bad. That was 100% me. On the right side, though, the monks are converting the mangonels. The mangonels are sliding away. Not a single guy controlling those guys. How is the mangonel even moving, you may be wondering. But, oh, wow. Capoch does not get the conversion. Has to go back. And Capoch, I think he's playing with fire, and he's about to get burnt. Taking some decent shots now. Atonement now coming in for Matador. A lot of monks on the field. Whenever I see a lot of monks, I always think, like, maybe we need to be light cav. But neither player is really in a position to go light cav. None of them even have a stable. Also, behind this one, Matador, it's worth noting, he has 4 relics. There's 2 more on the side. 4 relics is not bad. Capoch picks up 1 now. And now with Atonement, Matador and 1,000 stone in the bank. Matador could go for the forward castle here. He could put that kind of pressure. Devotion now coming in from Matador. He's really well prepared for this one. And when it comes to monk fights, the upgrades are super important. Devotion is a nice new tech here as well. Okay, the castle's going down very, very aggressive here. Capoch sees it. How does Capoch react? Because I don't know if you can let this go up. That's going to control a lot of your area. But it's hard to stop it, especially with Atonement there. Monk's getting a little too deep, though. Capoch snipes 1 of them. Snipes 2 of them. No ballistics for Capoch. He has his own monks getting involved. Going straight for the siege. Capoch converting the siege. And El Matador converting Capoch's monks. But both siege units have been converted. And Capoch with the skirms pushes his back. No way! Double conversion on the Mangonel. Has to move them, though. 1 more Mangonel still alive. Dies. Wow. Castle denied. I cannot believe it. How did Matador get that denied? He had so many units. 3 Mangonels, 5 monks, and skirms. And the castle got denied. He sent way too few vills, it seems. Now Capoch comes for his own castle. He's sending the barn. Everyone's coming forward. 1 Mangonel in his path, but it shouldn't be enough. Matador goes for his own castle. Now it's castle number 2 for him. Another Mangonel trade in favor of Capoch. He's been the king of Mangonels and anti-Mangonels. He's good with Mangonels and he's good against Mangonels. So strong. Oh, wait, Capoch abandons. Wow. Capoch abandons, goes back. Take a look at that decision. I actually kind of like it, though. Don't lose any vills. Get the castle up safe. Maybe race the Imperial Age. Maybe a nice idea. Yeah, Matador sent only 4 vills for an aggressive castle. That was like crazy. That's like crazy talk. Only 4 vills for an aggressive castle is ridiculous. Monks to convert the skirms would be nice. El Matador. He's got so many resources in the bank. I think he could try for a fast imp. He could also just TC this. He's just adamant not to make a town center. I guess he really wants to fast imp. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Mangonel's stuck. The Mangonel cannot move. He's repairing it, but it's just stuck. The monks are converting the Mangonel. Finally, we freed it up. Oh, big shot, though. Capoch is losing his skirms. Oh, Matador finally connects properly. Do we just delete it? I think we delete the Mangonel, right? Oh, we should have deleted it. Matador got greedy. He should have deleted it. Oh, he's just standing still. That's the difference between Matador and Capoch. Capoch is microing. But Matador is almost up to Imperial Age. He's got a lot of resources. They're coming in so fast. Like, Capoch has more vills in theory. But he has no farms working. Capoch is not working on any farms. The efficiency is in favor of Matador. 1 for 1 on the Mangonels. But let's see. I mean, it's going to be close. But I think Matador should be winning the Treb War here. There is one thing I want to talk about. Italians in Imperial Age do get access to Condottiero. which is decent. Could be a nice unit to go for in the fast imp scenario. Thing is, like, Matador's up to imp. How does Capoch get to imp now? How does he do it? I'm not even sure if there's a way up in time. Because if he uses the market, he doesn't really have a lot to sell. Or a lot of gold to buy. And I'm not really sure he can just afford to... Yeah, I guess he's going to cancel build production. I'm not sure if he's able to afford just farming. Yeah, he's going to use a mix of farming and the market. No choice but to fast imp this one. It's going to be 2 castles to 2. Luckily, though, Capoch has a push. This is really important. If it was just a Treb War, Matador would win, most likely. But with this push, I think Capoch can still, like, make something happen and distract Matador. I can't tell who's winning. It's super even. Super close game right now. Matador gets ballistics. The monks have been so good for Capoch. Can he get the conversion on that Mangonel under the TC? Can he get it? Decides against it. Goes back. And looks like Matador is committed to converting the monk. Does land it. Atonement is in for Capoch. He's also converting monks. Imperial Lich comes in for Capoch. He's 1 minute behind Matador, which is not that much. Capoch is still leading. Let's see. Matador has 1 castle. Could go for a second. In fact, probably should go for a second to win the Treb War. This castle could be deleted as well. Oh, man. He's not deleting the castle. He's going to lose 300 stone. Yeah, if he deleted it, he would have got back 300 stone. But he didn't delete it. Oof. That's rough. I don't know. Matador has a lot of res. But so does Capoch. Capoch is getting ballistics now. It's going to be mainly like just skirm and treb. It is also worth noting Armenians do not get bombard cannons. So even if Matador were to win the Treb War, he doesn't have bombard cannons, and I feel like Matador can still lose to those guys. He does have the monks though. Monks get converted then deleted. Monk upgrades come in, block printing, illumination. For those who don't know what they do, I have a YouTube video about all monk technologies, where I go in depth and explain what they all do. 10-minute video, shouldn't take too long. Matador has 5 relics too. So like, there's a lot going for both these players. But Capoch is very committed to the Treb War. He's now going to have 3 castles. Capoch really wants to win the Treb War here. Yeah, Matador's going to go for the bottom castle first. I think that's a fine decision. But Matador has only 1 castle. I think he should have had a second. He has a lot of stone, but he just kind of slept on that. Chemistry's coming in. I think Capoch is in a better position, guys. 3 castles to 1 on the Treb War. Matador did have a 1-minute advantage, though, so he gets the first kill. But he will surely lose this castle eventually as well. You'd have to imagine. Unless he can really repair it. Chemistry is now in. Do we have a siege workshop for Capoch? No, we don't have a siege workshop. So no bomber cannon is going to be coming out anytime soon. Yeah, that castle is going to go down. You can't repair it. 3 trebs is too much. Remember, they are on cracked terrain, by the way. That's why the castles go down so fast. It's on cracked terrain. They're taking 20% extra damage from these trebs. To be honest, they're all going to lose the castles. Like, Capoch lost 3 castles as well. Maybe he shouldn't have made the 3rd castle here. Because he lost it anyway. And Matador still has kind of like more army on the field. Well, I guess the scrim count is similar. Both of them just going scrims. It would be perfect as the treb goes down. Would be perfect if Capoch switches to Condottiero, but he's not thinking about that right now. Super interesting game. 20 mil difference. But the momentum is for Matador right now. Got more skirms, more monks. Why is no one going for light cab? Because there's simply not enough food. Like, you don't have enough food to afford light cab. Skirms cost way less food than light cab. So they're just going for that. But I mean, light cab would be great if you can afford it. It seems like neither player can afford light cab here. They're just stuck on monk and skirm. And there was chemistry that came in for Capoch, but he's not really using it. It's just using it for the skirms, +1 damage. Theocracy now coming in, more monk techs. Capoch just needs to hold. He's up 15 mil still. I just don't know if he's going to be able to hold. He's getting armor on the skirms. The skirms are very strong, but the monks are what's hard. The monks are what's hard to deal with right now. Because they convert a few skirms, they break the lines, and they also heal. Converting the treb. Cheeky play, cheeky play. Has to run those guys as well. Don't want to get those trebs converted. Castle at the back. Capoch is trying to stay in. And I think it's still anyone's game. But the 5 relics from Matador have been absolutely huge. Upgrades are pretty decent for Matador here as well. Missing some armor on the skirms, but other than that, got all the attack upgrades. Treb landed a shot on the monk. Yep. Minus 100 gold, baby. I think it's getting harder and harder for Capoch. We might see El Matador pull this one back. We're not gonna see a clean sweep here, it seems. Yeah, convert the university in front of everyone. That's gonna happen. That's gonna work. That monk was ambitious. I don't know though. Capoch is still kind of in this one. He's making more ranges at the back. Trying his best with the skirms and the trebs. Oh, actually, Capoch is... Wait, Capoch is turning this one around. He killed a lot of the monks there. He just killed the treb. One more for the boys. Oh my god, that was so close. Matador has so much res, but like it's just hard to spend it, I guess. Going for a talent center there. It's hard to spend the res. You could just make monks though. More monks is always a good idea. Capoch's resources, his economy is an absolute mess. He can't afford anything. I think Armenians are about to get the Vil lead here as well. A lot of skirm on skirm action, by the way. A lot of skirm on skirm action, but it feels like as El Matador is ramping up the pressure, he's also getting more economy behind it. Like he's adding in town centers, he's got the full map, which makes it easier for him to add in economy. So Matador's position is getting better and better, whereas Capoch is actually dwindling. You know what I mean? So even though it's looking like Capoch is holding on, I feel like it's still a really uphill battle. And it's getting worse and worse as time goes on because Matador has got the 5 relics. And now I think the killer move from Matador can be to just add in light cav, or even add in cavalier. Add in any cavalry, or even like champions can be good for Armenians. Add in a power unit. You've got the economy for it. I think it's a good idea. But if I know something about these monk players, that when you're on monks, sometimes you just stay on monks too long. The downside. you have to say right now who's gonna win, who would it be? Matador would win this game, I think. Going Onagers? That's a weird one. Onagers a weird choice. Think like Champion is so good here. Champion would be perfect. 100 HP Champion would destroy everything. Well, I mean, Onagers is a decent choice. It's gonna be good against the skirms from Capoch. I think those 4 traps will one-shot that castle. I think it's going to be a literal one-shot. Let's see. So much damage. I think Capoch deleted. The cracked terrain is so huge. Look at that. 4 traps are destroying everything. The cracked terrain on this map makes it so exciting, honestly. Okay. Matador's got a lot of res. You gotta spend it though. Because honestly, Capoch is developing. He's gonna go for armor on the cav. He's switching to light cav. Capoch has the same pop. It's just that Matador has more res. And he's gonna be going for Onager. That might be the wrong unit choice. It's gonna be good against the skirms, but really bad against the light cav that Capoch is currently teching into. Maybe he can land the shots he needs though right now. Maybe he can land the shots he needs. Let's see. Split with the skirms. The trebuchet onto the Onager. Capoch is so creative. He's using the trebs to hit the units. And Matador has so much res. He's just not spending it, man. One Onager coming out. Not enough. One treb just gets sniped. And one Onager just gets sniped by the treb. Excuse me. And one more. Nope. That one dodges. Decent shots, I guess. Hasn't been the greatest. Okay, that's a decent one. Okay, now Matador's doing really well. He's getting close to the trebs. That's a good play. Capoch might be dead here. He might try to hang on, but it's looking worse and worse for him. That was a really big moment for Matador. Closes into the Onagers. Matador, are you gonna fund the tournament with those funds there? So much money. 2,000 food. You can feed everyone in the chat here. 1,000 gold. Let's get some units on the field. Why not Champion? Champion would be perfect. We give a Civ 100 HP Champion and no one wants it still. Like, I don't know what we have to do for Champions, guys. Nobody wants to go Champions. He will go Halberdier before he goes... He will go Halb versus Skirm before he touches the Champion. Ridiculous. Nobody likes to go Champions. But on this map, the snowball is real because the trebs do so much damage to the building. So much damage. 4 Onagers coming in. Those guys are really strong too. Scout Cavalry coming into the field for Capoch, but honestly, I'm not really convinced they're going to do a whole lot. You need a lot of light cap to do work, and he only has a few on the field. It is the perfect unit, counter siege, skirms, and monks, but he just doesn't have a lot of it, to be honest. Yeah, Armenian champs are great, but we're gonna see halberdiers instead, which I guess it's fair enough. It's like, it's decent, but just a strange choice, you know. He's also gonna go for some unique units, some composite bowmen. I mean, it doesn't matter what he goes for. He's got a lot of options right now. Skirms on the left side here. Watch that 77 pop. I think it's going to be GG very soon, honestly. Gonna go for a castle here, but yeah, there's just nothing in the economy left. Matador is not going to get swept today, guys. Matador will absolutely win this game. He is not going to get swept today.
If Capoch wins this one, I'll give 20 subs.
If Capoch wins this one, I'll give 20 subs. I don't think I'm going to be getting the subs this time around. Thank you, AV Boomer, for the 24 months. I think it's going to be hard to get those 20 subs because Capoch is at 66 pop. Matador has 100 extra units on the field here. And yeah, GG. All right, that was very short-lived. GG, well played. Get the GGs in the chat. Matador lives on. He lives on in the series, and he's got the chance to reverse sweep. He's fighting for his life, and he showed up to play today. Love to see it. GG, well played. Questionable choices in terms of military, but the strat was there. Very solid stuff. We'll take a look at the stats very quickly. A snow-themed 4 lakes. So first we're going to have Matador playing in red as the Byzantines, and Capoch is going to be playing in blue as the Huns. The map is 4 lakes. We've seen it last week, but let's take a look at it again. 1 lake in each corner, of course, and a lot of fish in those lakes. So players will really want to fight for it. And we got Huns for Capoch in blue. His map is looking pretty okay. Got that forward wood and a nice backwood. Has gold and stone off to the top, and one stone off to the bottom. So his map is looking okay. Backberries is nice. Not the best map, but not the worst map as well. And then El Matador on the other side with Byzantine, also in a similar position. Nice backwood for him. Safe back stone, and then has 2 gold and a stone, as well as its berries kind of on the front. So again, a decent map for him. Nothing too crazy. This is Capoch's best map. He is by far the best 4 lakes player, he is, for himself, he is the best player on 4 lakes compared to any of his other maps. He has the highest win rate on this map. So let's see if El Matador can do something about it. Byzantines are a pretty decent counter to Huns in general. Cheap pikemen, cheap skirms, cheap camels. Those are usually 3 units that counter the Hun cav archer / cavalry quite well. But the Huns tend to have more pressure. They tend to have a better start, a faster start. So the Huns can definitely pull ahead quite quickly. And it's really up to the Byzantines to manage the game and to slow it down to their taste. I can't tell if Hera switching to 144Hz monitor, how it affected his performance. Did he get better? Anyone notice? I feel like I'm playing the same, but it feels better on my end. When's a good time to dock the opponent's pawn? Usually at the start of Feudal Age, if you can, is the best. Otherwise, whenever there's an opening. Both players will just develop their standard start, and usually a standard start on 4 lakes is to just go ahead and do the regular opening, do the regular Dark Age, but also mix in a dock at some point and start fishing a little bit. Usually players will have 1 main lake and then try to fight for the other lakes. Maybe they'll dock each other's lakes as well. A lot of action happens on the lakes on this map. When is it too late to dock opponent's lakes? Asked Atomic Sausage, one of our professional viewers on the channel. I would say it's too late to dock enemy lake when the fish has ran out. What's funny, Atomic, is that I played against a guy yesterday. He was 1900 team game, ELO, and he was named Atomic Sausage, exactly like you. I don't know if you guys knew this, or I don't know if you knew this. But there's an imposter at 900 ELO. Not 900, 1900. And yeah, played against him a couple times yesterday. I beat him, like I beat you in a game, but he is there, and he's doing quite well. No, GG Hera, no, that wasn't you, bro. That was, don't even pretend, Atomic. That you're not playing 1900 team game ELO. This is not gonna happen. But nice try, nice try. How do you feel about organizing your first tournaments? My first tournament? I have organized plenty of tournaments before. I've organized 2 tournaments before. At least. No, I've organized 2 or 3. Miriban AoE, thanks to the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the stream, man. Really appreciate that. But yeah, I've organized a couple of tournaments before, and this is I don't know if Winner Stays On is a tournament. I would say it's like a weekly match. Meant to grow the community, get us some nice games for the top players, and also give, like, the giveaways are an important part on stream to the viewers as well. That is a big part of the match as well. My cats are going absolutely wild right now. I gotta slow those down. But yeah, not too much is happening so far, so we're just kind of having a nice Dark Age. Looks like Matador docked the left-hand side and Capoch docked to the right, so they're docking complete opposite corners here. Miriban, thanks for gifting us up to the stream. No way, he subscribed himself and he gifted one to the community. One for him and one for the bucket, as they say. Thank you, Miriban. Appreciate it. Is the giveaway over? No, the giveaway will happen at the end of this session. So at the end of the match, we're going to do some giveaways. I have multiple giveaways for you guys. Both players up to Feudal Age now. Same timing, by the way. Same time. Take a look. We're going to see Huns having the higher res collected very soon, by the way. And the reason for that is because they don't need to make houses. So the more houses that Matador is making, the more Capoch has villagers working. Muffin! Tier 3 for 53 months. One of my biggest and best supporters of all time. Thank you, Muffin. Tier 3 for 53 months. That is ridiculous. I really appreciate the support. Alright, we've seen one villager from Capoch going forward. Is he going to go for a sneaky dock? Is he going to go for a sneaky dock? Oh, but Matador is so smart. That's what I'm saying. I know Matador is down 1-3. But I still want to give praise where praise is due. Because Matador is spreading out his fishing ships to spot if Capoch comes with a vill. Take a look at this. Instead of all being on one fish, he's going to spread them out. And so this way, if Capoch comes here and makes the dock, this fishing ship will spot it. And Capoch is actually doing that. And in the same time, oh my god, Matador is big sheep heist. Capoch is using the scout to hit the vill. And Matador is using the scout to kill or to steal 4 sheep. Oh, nice trap. He kills the vill, but he loses the scout. Matador keeps the scout alive and takes 4 sheep. I think I prefer Matador's position, to be honest. Losing the scout there for 1 vill is probably not worth it. And Capoch is going for the sneak. If Matador spots this, Matador is a certified genius. Okay. Let's see, though. Very important. Disgusting gameplay here from both players so far. Really well played. I love how, like, sharp it is. I love how cutthroat it is. Stealing the 4 sheep. Just take them. Let's go, man. As you can see, Huns have more resources collected. Because, again, you don't need houses, but now Byzantines could have cheaper units. And they have Town Watch for free, for example. Oh! Matador's a genius. Can I get a 5 head in the chat, please, for Matador? Absolute. So smart. Is ready for it. Makes the fire galley. And he will probably win this lake because he's playing as the Byzantines, who have the stronger fire galleys. But this is like a pro player, right? A guy like Matador. He's not just playing fast. He's not just playing well. He's also playing smart. This is very smart gameplay. You'd love to see it. A lot of other players just wouldn't do that. And they would lose their entire lake. And they would probably lose the game. So really, really nice gameplay there from Matador. Keeps his lake safe. And also goes for another lake here on the other side. So he's doing very well for himself. Also starting to wall up. Capoch is going to be going for some archers. Capoch is also keeping an eye on his lake with the spearmen. Quite a lot of fishing ships as well here. 7 fish. And I don't know if Capoch will continue trying to fight this. He might try to. Is Galley better to snipe the dock builder? It's up for debate, let's say. It's up for debate. In this case with Byzantine, I don't blame him for going for fire galley. Matador will run home with this fill, send a spear to defend. And fully wall his base. Probably should just wall to the water though. Capoch goes for a second lake as well. Capoch has now 400 more resources collected. So as you can see, he's doing quite well for himself. But it doesn't mean, you know, El Matador is losing. Matador is completely fine. Because he's got other bonuses like free town watch, stronger galleys, and cheaper scrims. And in general, I think Byzantines scale better against Huns in that matchup. So four archers coming in for Capoch. Lands a villager. Might go for a skirm. Doesn't commit to it. Ends up going back. Matador really wants to commit to the full walls here. Ooh, Matador sniped with a scout a villager from Capoch. So that starting scout staying alive has just been huge. That scout sniped 4 sheep and a villager. Now Capoch switches to a stable. And meanwhile, by the way, they've been fighting on water this whole time. But Matador, for some reason, cannot snipe Capoch's vill. Okay, now the vill goes down. I think Capoch should lose that lake. I think Matador will defend. and we'll be completely fine. Matador coming forward with a few skirms and spears. One of his favorite compositions, it seems, throughout the series. He's been loving this skirm spear composition. Some people call it the sperm composition. Some people call it that. Me, personally, I do not. I'm more than happy saying spear skirm. Okay, big fight on the water here. Capoch is trying to make something happen. Gonna be tight. Using the corner here to do good work. On this side as well, there are some fights happening. Capoch is on this lake. Capoch is everywhere. He's on all 4 lakes. That's what the map is called, and Capoch is playing it. Demo comes out. He actually wins the fight on this side. Huge. Meanwhile, trying to defend on land. Capoch is playing 4 lakes like it was meant to be played. And he's going to try to defend on water and dominate all 4 lakes. And he's doing that with the Huns. Not necessarily known for their water gameplay. Same time though, Matador is up to Castle Age. Yeah, Matador has to be careful. He's losing this lake. To 1 Fire Galley with 6 HP. Because he's not matching it. He's now going to start matching it, but the damage is already done. Capoch is going to start sniping some fish here. Honestly, Matador's in trouble. He's up to Castle. He's switching to a stable. Could go for camels, most likely. I see a market from Capoch. If Capoch can get to, like, cav archers, or even, like, crossbow knight, I don't think he cares about the camels. All the fish is going down. Capoch is so good on this map. He's so good. Now Capoch brings out the scouts. He's got 3 scouts and archers. I think he clears this quite easily. Gotta be careful though. Good reaction there from Matador. Oh, Matador's gotta be careful. Sorry, Capoch has to be careful because Matador is picking him apart right now. Yeah, Capoch is the guy who's gotta watch out. All the archers are dying. This is huge for Matador. He's up to Castle Age now as well. Could get Elite Skirm probably. Camel starting to come out. Yep, Elite Skirm Camel. Really good composition. Remember, he gets the discount on both units. It's really hard for Huns to fight Elite Skirm Camel from Byzantine. Really hard. But Capoch has the Vills. Got the Vill advantage. Wow. This is what Capoch sees. Okay, now he sees the dock. Gonna go for a Fire Galley here. Now he sees the dock. Matador is making plays on the water though. Gonna try to snipe Capoch's lake up here, and Capoch is gonna defend it as best as he can with his own Fire Galleys. There's a lot of action right now. Ton of action all over the map. 2 stable transitions. So it's going to be archers into knights. Knights would be great against the skirms, but this army is coming in very early. Capoch is not ready. He's going to have to react with a town center on gold and berries. Also get some stone walls. Really nice stone wall reaction there. Really nice reaction. Bringing out the knights now. Hun stables work faster, so those are coming out really fast. Alright, Capoch. Doing well to defend the knights so far. He's got a massive score lead because he's got the water, but on the land, it's kind of a different story. I feel like Matador is actually in a better position on the land. Better army, more units, and also attacking. Thing is, Capoch has some archers on the field as well. Those archers are key. If he can keep those alive and go crossbows later, he has an answer to the camels. Wait, this is a huge fight. Capoch? Can he just take it? Can't he just take it there? It's only 4 camels. I think he can just go for it. Yeah, Capoch's gonna go for it. He's waiting for 2 more knights. No? Not going for it. Interesting. Playing it safe. He's got the raid on the left side. Okay. Capoch has 3,000 more resources. That is ridiculous. 3,000 more reds. Capoch is only on knights though. I think Matador can still defend with camels and monks. He is on 2 TCs. Same for Capoch though. It's hard. Matador has got the better army. Like on paper, the cheaper camels are sick versus Huns. But in practice, it feels like the knights are going to be very strong here. This is open. Capoch is going in. This is open. And honestly, Capoch doesn't really need to fight even. Like, he can fight if it's good, and if not, he can just back up and continue to overwhelm and to get further ahead, since he's got the economy advantage, right? So he doesn't need to take a fight here if he doesn't want to. And exactly that, he's gonna go back. Whoa, really fast conversion. Capoch's knight got converted at 26:12, and it got converted at 26:16. 4 seconds in game time. The minimum time is supposed to be 5 seconds. Yeah, I guess that is 5 seconds. Oh, Matador has a trap. No way, Matador has a trap. That is interesting. That is interesting. Now Capoch might have went in a little too deep, but he's gonna be coming in on the left side as well with some knights. Ooh, big play. Oh man, the camels were on stand ground. The skirms got annihilated. The camels were watching. They're complicit. The knights are flooding in. How on earth is Capoch winning knights versus camels? He's now going for the 4th town center. He's the eco king. He's the king of 4 lakes. Knights versus camels, he doesn't even care. 2 monasteries forward. He's going to go for it. He is going to go for it. Matador's holding on for dear life with the camels. But honestly, the flood and the eco from Capoch is just way too much right now. Who paid those camels? I'm not sure, man. Not a lot of upgrades on them. Maybe that's why they suck. Matador goes for a town center on the outside. Watch is now adding in some archer ranges. Wants to go for cav archer switch. Honestly, I think crossbow would be better. Crossbow destroys camel. So just go crossbow. Would be good. Okay, Capoch's Lake is getting hit now from El Matador. The first active play from Matador. Other than that, he's just been defending. And now we're going to see Cav Archers come out. Yeah, Cav Archers coming out. University. He wants to go for ballistics, probably. And, I mean, let's be honest. The Knight Cav Archer composition from Huns is really strong. It's a mobile death ball that can run around and kill basically everything it touches. And now we see Capoch mining stone. So what we're looking at here is in the next 2 minutes, Capoch can put a lot of pressure, take nice fights, then drop a forward castle while raiding the base, which is ridiculous. The ability to do that is what makes Huns such a top tier civ on this map. Capoch gives up the monastery idea. He had the idea to go 2 monastery forward, but just gives it up. Realizes, you know what, it's not the way to go. Monastery at home for the relics, and then we just pick up ballistics and wait for our Cav Archer transition. And once he gets the transition complete, once Balkan Era comes in, then he's going to be very strong. 38 army to 17 now. Matador had the stronger army before, but now it's looking like it's going to be in favor of Capoch. Alright, and looks like it's going to be Cav Archers dominating. Cav Archer with Knights at the same time. And now we're starting to get the big numbers. 160 pot per Capoch. Now we're getting to big numbers. Like El Matador just has camels, and he doesn't have a lot of them. Camels and few monks, but like what Capoch is going to be coming in with is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. He's gonna go for the forward castle. It's go time for Capoch. Give him 30 seconds. This is about to be some insane gameplay here. Going for a rather conservative castle though. I would have imagined it a bit further forward. I guess he just wants to play it safe. But Capoch is like hardcore winning right now. Probably could be a little bit more more aggressive than this if you really wanted to. All right, Cav Archers and Knights putting the pressure on here. +2 armor coming in for the Knights. Big engagement. Matador's gonna take it. Capoch backs up. He's in no rush. He wants to get the castle up first. Matador's in a bit too deep there. Has to go back, but loses a few units. And Capoch, I feel like he can just take the fight and win, but he's being so methodical with it. He doesn't want to risk it. He's fighting on his terms. Look at that. He backs up. He's gonna click imp first. He's playing so safe, and I actually love to see it. Goes in, snipes a few monks here. Gonna be going for maybe a second castle if he wants to. Maybe no, just a mining camp on the outside. Okay. Defensive castle from Matador here. Floating a lot of resources. This is something that definitely is a weakness of Matador's game. He always floats a lot of resources. Has to spend them faster, so that they just get you more value instead of just sitting in the stockpile, which they don't really get any extra value. Both players up to Imperial Age. Watch gets masonry. He's attacking and he's getting masonry. So nice. He's just doing everything he needs to do. Castle on the right side here. Matador's trying to hold up. He's at 110 pop. Capoch is 200 pop minute 36. 200 pop minute 36. I've casted some games, guys, of lower level players that you guys never hit 200 pop even in a 1 hour game. I just made a video actually on YouTube, a 1400 elo replay, 1 hour long. Neither player hit 200 pop. Capoch in 36 minutes is 200 pop. Up to imp, fully destroying his opponent. Ridiculous gameplay, so strong. He is really good with the Huns. And he's just buying so much time. He doesn't even care to rush it. He knows he's so far ahead. He's getting now handcart. Capoch is pushing in with the Cav Archers. But just decides to go back. He knows he's up to imp. No need to rush it. Methodical gameplay. Love to see it. Monk getting a little frisky with the town center though, so watch out. He'll go down. Or not. Or not. Walks it off. Walk it off, big man. Cavalier coming in. Bracer coming in. Parthen tactics. Chemistry coming in. Everything is coming in for Capoch now. And Matador, he's trying to force the fight, but he doesn't know how to. He knows he doesn't have enough camels. He's going to try to maybe survive and get a few more. He's making a few skirms as well. But like everything Matador does just looks so inferior to Capoch right now because he's down 70 pop. Such a substantial army difference here. Heavy Cav Archers coming in. Plate barding armor. We might see heavy Cav Archer Paladin. I don't think I've ever seen that comp in a competitive game. It's always heavy CA Hussar, but technically heavy CA Paladin is the best comp that Huns can make. Technically. That castle gets denied. At this point, Matador is just waiting to die. He is just literally waiting to die. Like, there's no way Capoch does not win this one. There's no way. Castle on the left-hand side, and Matador has had enough. GG's called. Capoch is your week 2 winner stays on champion. Continuing the streak. That's 2 in a row. Let's get a clap in the chat for Capoch here. Really well played. Really well played. Honestly, great series, and I think especially this last game. Absolute boss on 4 licks, especially with the Huns. So strong with it. Nice try from Matador. Remember, he doesn't get nothing. He gets $50 for his performance today. I think he had a decent showing today. Not bad. Has some weaknesses, though. Maybe lacking some experience. Maybe needs to spend his resources faster. Be a bit more decisive with what he wants to go for. But he didn't play a bad set at all today. But in the end, it is Capoch who takes it for 1. GG, well played. We'll go through the stats really quickly here. Oh my god. Take a look at those. Take a look at those resources. He has double the economy, basically. Ridiculous. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Okay. That's going to be the end of the games for this week. Capoch wins 4-1. We are going to skip the interview because I'm tight on time for this week. So we're going to pass on the interview. GG's well played, guys. No interview today. But we will pick the next player right now. So we're going to pass on the interview for today. I'm tight on time here. But what we have to do now, we've got 2 things on the clock. We're going to first pick the new player to compete against Capoch next week. So Capoch moves on to next week. He's now a 2-week champion. And we're going to be picking from the database. Let's take a look here and see the list of signups. I'll show you guys who we're going to be picking from. So here we go. We have a nice list of signups here. I'll just zoom out a little bit here. From Husiel to Hart. 34 signups. A few like Lewis already played, so he won't be playing again. We should take those out. El Matador as well is an out. Here are the rules though, guys. You can sign up if you're 2200 plus. So anyone 2200 plus can sign up. But upon being picked, you have to be in the top 100. All right. So I'll be running a random number generator here. Random number generator. 134. And I'll show you guys that one right now. There we go. So I will pick a number from 1 to 34. The first one is random. This is just nothing. This is nothing just to make sure it works. That's nothing. The next one will determine Capoch's opponent next week. So without further ado, let's do it. 14 is going to be Paganini, but it's a Brazilian player. Is he top 100? We're going to check it right now. Is he top 100? Let's take a look. This is a very competitive mode. Paganini. Paganini. Am I seeing a Paganini? I don't think he's here, guys. I don't think Paganini's here. Timo is quite high this week. Nice. Yep, he's not here. Nope. Paganini is not top 100. Next one. He is rank 169. He's not top 100. He's 169. Next up, next random number generator, 17. Turs from Germany. Let's take a look. To avenge Matador, we have Turs. Let's take a look if he's top 100. And he is number 93, your next week's competitor, Turs at 2K3. And this is what I love. We are rewarding the players for being high ranked, for competing. If he lost one game, he would be out of the top 100. He wouldn't have a chance. He won that last game he played, 23-12, and he's in the top 100, and he gets to play Capoch next week. And Capoch, because of the ELO difference and being a 2-week champion, will have a significant disadvantage in the draft. So stay tuned for that next week. We're going to have an absolute banger of a show. Capoch versus Turs. But in case one of the players do not show up, we're going to be picking a backup player. So the backup player, in case Turs doesn't show up, is going to be not 14. Paganini's out. 11. 11 is Doubt. Whoa. The backup player is Doubt. If Turs does not show up, we are going to have Doubt take his place. And that is what's going to happen for next week's Winner Stays On. I have some giveaways to do right now on the live stream. Some DLCs and some, the base game for Age of Empires. Some giveaways. But first, I want to do a nice little outro for the YouTube guys watching on the GL YouTube channel. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment down below if you guys are, enjoying the series. We hope to bring you guys more like this once every week. Remember, you can come on down to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Hera, if you guys want to see more from it. And the guys watching on my live stream, if you missed any action, check out the GL YouTube channel. Link is in the chat. I'll just put it right now so you guys can check that out. Subscribe there, and you can catch the Winner Stays On every week on the YouTube channel as well. Thanks for watching those on YouTube. Thanks for watching those on Twitch. This has been Winner Stays On, week number 2. Congratulations to Capoch. He's now 2-0. And let's see what he can do next week against Turs, or maybe doubt if Turs doesn't show up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.